Long ago, humans and monsters waged a war that dragged on for 100 years. By the end, not a single one remembered why the fighting had started. And so, their reason for fighting slowly faded until it completely disappeared. Eventually, both the monsters and the humans were too exhausted to go on any longer, so the war finally came to an end. Over time, monsters and humans began to interact and build friendships with each other once again. And then...
My husband is...
I'm very sorry. Please bear with it just a little longer.
It's diagnostic. Hang in there. Okay.
Well, there are no lumps. Let's check your ears.
My ears? Oh, okay.
That hurt?
No, but my ears have just been really sensitive lately.
I see. All right.
Wipey.
Doctor, please. What do I have? What's making me so sick?
You're pregnant.
Cirsa! Oh, good. I'm so happy!
Oh, my darling.
Breast pain and red ears are signs of pregnancy that are unique to minotaurs.
Congratulations.
Thanks so much.
The discomfort will eventually subside, but if it's too much, you can take herbs for the pain. Well then, Saphentite, could you get her some?
Yes, of course, Dr. Glenn.
Cleaning and tidying up.
You did some really excellent work today, Dr. Glenn.
You did a great job today as well, Saphentite. Hey, is something wrong?
No, I'm quite all right. I mean, it isn't as if I'm bothered even a bit by you being all alone with a married woman while you're touching her body and making her moan and groan.
I'm sorry, I was focused on the exam.
No, it's fine. The way you tune everything else out during exams is one of your strongest qualities as a doctor. But that isn't exactly what I wanted to talk to you about. I don't like you calling me Saphentite. I'd rather you call me Safi, like back when we were attending the academy.
Oh, sorry, Safi.
It's okay, Doctor.
Yes?
Special delivery.
Oh, thank you. The Central Hospital. It's from Dr. Cthulhu.
I don't understand. How can Dr. Cthulhu be so selfish?
Oh well, Lindworm Central Hospital can almost always use a helping hand.
But there were only 2 of us at our clinic. We had to close for the day just so you could take on this job of doing physicals at the arena. Curse that octopus woman.
It's the least I can do to repay her. I was only able to open up my own clinic thanks to the backing that she gave to me.
Can't argue with that, but still.
Besides, I'll be able to examine a lot of different patients this way. Dr. Cthulhu probably organized this so that she could help me gain even more experience.
You're really far too kind. You know that, Dr. Glenn? Oh well, I guess we'll just have to leave it at that for now. The arena fighters who will be seeing are mid-level competitors from the 3rd and 4th ranks, so we might come upon a unique case we haven't seen before.
Let me help, Safi.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
There, that's all your luggage.
Great, thank you.
Doctor, when you're conducting the physicals, I beg you, please, do what you can for our princess.
Their princess?
Welcome to the Great Lindworm Arena. I'm honored. I'm one of the 3rd rank fighters who compete in the matches that are held here. My name is Tassalia Scythia.
I'm here to conduct the physicals in the place of Dr. Cthulhu. I'm Glenn Litbite.
I'm his assistant, Saphentite Nakis. Honored.
I thought they were joking about him being a human doctor. He's even younger than I expected him to be.
Come on, Dr. Boy, let's get this over with.
Don't be rude. Watch your manners. He'll be examining us all in order, so just calm yourselves down.
Yes, ma'am.
Wow, commanding.
Do you always take charge over the other fighters like this, Miss Tessalia?
Yes, indeed. After all, I'm sure you can see my credentials.
Huh?
Oh, dearie me. Though I guess I can't blame you for losing your composure over my beautiful body, which rivals that of a goddess.
Oh, no, that wasn't what I meant at all.
But what I wanted you to admire is this. I'm the sole heiress to the one and only Scythia Transportation, which dominates the transportation industry in this city. Our motto is from parcels to people. You may praise my greatness now if you'd like.
Oh, I see. She's the princess. Huh. Yes, there's definitely some inflammation here. You should probably avoid competition for at least a few days.
Sorry, that's not gonna happen, Doc. There's an important match this week that could earn me a nice big promotion. I'm sure that you can help me out, Doctor.
All right then. We'll immobilize your arm, but try not to push yourself too hard, okay?
That's great. Thanks so much, Doc.
Right this way.
Let's see, next up.
It is I. Tell me, Doctor, do you fancy centaurs like myself?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
I'm the heiress to Scythia Transportation, after all. One day I'll be in charge of leading the centaurs of Lindworm and in securing the future of my company. Now, that being said, before I can take that step, I'm expected to marry and bear a child. I'm still searching for the perfect candidate, but despite having oh so many suitors, for some reason, I just haven't been able to find the right one for me. We Scythia pride ourselves on our valor, but I'm not fond of brutish men. If I were forced to choose, well, I'd say I'd much prefer a young, intelligent doctor who spends his time treating monsters.
Excuse me a moment. My, Miss Tessalia. It seems that your waist size has increased quite a lot since last month.
What exactly do you think you're doing? Don't you measure me with that filthy tail of yours? And besides, you should be measuring here. You don't even know that much, and you call yourself a nurse?
No, I'm not a nurse. I'm a doctor.
That makes no difference. Here, take a good long look, snake woman, at my gorgeous, supple waist.
Well, you know, Dr. Glenn is very much a fledgling when it comes to medicine. It'll be 30 years before he's ready to get married.
What are you talking about now? The best marriages and best racehorses are fast.
Oh dear, your measurements really have increased.
What?
I'd say Tessalia Scythia is perfectly healthy.
We finally finished the physicals, Dr. Glenn.
Yes, I'm glad we got done before the sun set. It's all thanks to Miss Tessalia's stellar leadership. I was hoping to say goodbye to her before heading home, but...
Well, she's not here, so no need to bother. Why don't you just leave a message for her with someone?
Yeah, I guess I could do that.
Excuse me, Doctor?
Do you have a moment?
Oh, you're Miss Tessalia's...
Yes, her attendant.
She's Kay, and I'm Lorna.
So, can you tell us how Our Lady's exam went?
Did you diagnose her with any kind of illness?
Kind of... illness? Not one. Miss Tessalia Scythia seems perfectly healthy.
Probably in large part due to the fact that she exercises regularly and drinks only in moderation. Nothing we saw seemed to indicate that she was sick at all.
Oh, I see.
Is something worrying you? Look, Kay, Lorna. I'm sure Miss Tessalia is extremely important to both of you.
Yes,
Of course.
Then please, feel free to tell me anything. Once I've listened to what you have to say, I might be able to assure you as a doctor that everything is all right. And that might just put you at ease.
okay, we'll tell you.
Well, you see, Our Lady hasn't...
I thought I'd find you here.
Safi, you can go to bed. It's so late.
I should be the one saying that to you. I didn't see you in your bedroom, so I came here. Staying up late isn't good for your health, you know.
I'm pretty sure you've been telling me the same thing ever since we were just little kids.
Of course I have. Because we've been friends our whole life, right through the academy. And besides, I'll always be your senior.
Guess you know all about me.
That's right. You're thinking about what happened at the arena, aren't you?
Well, you see, Our Lady hasn't been able to win any matches lately.
You mean the ones she competes in at the arena?
That's right. Until recently, she was positioned among the highest of the third-rank participants.
But her recent string of defeats has been getting to her. and we just have no idea what could be causing it.
Not only was Our Lady born into the prestigious Scythia family and is naturally gifted,
But she keeps pushing herself, training and working hard every single day, but can't seem to achieve victory.
so we thought she might have come down with some affliction.
Earlier, they contacted me to let me know that she'd lost yet again tonight. Apparently, she hasn't won a match this whole month.
I find that hard to imagine, considering how confidently she presented herself to us.
I'm sure that it must have something to do with her pride. She doesn't want to be the one to bring her own problems to light.
That may be, but everyone has their good and bad days. It might have nothing to do with an illness.
Well, if that's the case, great. But if that's not the issue, then what?
What do you say you and I have a drink together, Doctor?
Huh? Alcohol?
That's right. Hold on, I'll get you a glass.
I didn't notice any symptoms that would suggest Miss Tessalia is ill. The same seems to be true of Dr. Cthulhu's previous exams. Could it be that her condition is something a medical doctor wouldn't be likely to notice? Something not written on her chart. Something we wouldn't consider worth noting?
Here you go.
Safi, you used ice? Shouldn't we be saving this to treat fevers?
It's just a little bit, and if we run out, I'll go and fetch more from the Viver Mountains.
But going to the summit and back is a 2-day trip.
You really shouldn't get upset over these kinds of things. That's not even a stiff drink, but the effects of the herbs and the ice are medicinal. It'll help you feel less stressed out. So relax and enjoy it.
Uh-huh. It's delicious. Thanks for this. Wait, what are you drinking, Safi? Oh, that reeks of alcohol. Is that Fire Dragon whiskey?
Why, yes. It was a gift that I received for helping to complete the physicals earlier. Miss Kay and Miss Lorna sent it here.
When did they... Look, that is extremely potent alcohol.
More importantly, did you figure out the reason Miss Tessalia isn't performing well?
Oh, I can't really say for certain yet, but I'm pretty sure that she isn't actually sick.
What then?
Doctors can do a lot more than just cure patients who are ill. You know, I'd like to go back to the arena tomorrow. I'd really like to watch Miss Tessalia in action. What do you think? Would you come with me, Saphantite? I'd appreciate it.
So you really want me to come along with you while you go see another girl? Just what are you thinking asking me that?
That's not what I mean.
Well, forget it. And I won't let you go either. I don't want that woman trying to court you again.
But Saphantite, that isn't really the point.
That horse princess's amorous approach went straight to your head, didn't it? Well, it's not fair, Doctor. Not one little bit. You know, Dr. Cthulhu said that she'd never be able to bring herself to forgive me if I ever laid a finger on you.
Safi, this is really tight.
I simply won't tolerate any more rivals. Do you hear me? Come on, do you?
I'm only going there to treat her medical condition.
No, I don't
That's
trust
all.
you.
Look, Safi,
Yes, Doctor?
I could really use your help, and I'd like to leave following our afternoon appointments tomorrow. Will you help me out?
Yes, of course I will. I'd follow you to the ends of the earth.
Don't drink too much.
I won't.
The match is over! The winner is Ellis Malaya! That's 10 losses in a row for Tessalia. Yeah, that's rough.
Maybe the prestigious Scythia families lost their touch, focusing on their business too much.
The whole reason I became a fighter was in order to uphold the glory and honor of the Scythia family. There's nothing wrong with me physically, and yet something isn't right. But what? What I need to do is simply train hard. I need to remember how I felt when things went well. Doctor, and both of you.
Sorry if we're interrupting, but these two were worried about you, so I came here to tell you why you aren't performing at your best lately.
We're terribly sorry, my lady.
We realized we were meddling, but we had no choice. No. I feel blessed to have such wonderful and thoughtful attendants. So, Doctor, tell me, what's the reason behind my recent slump, then?
Simple. It's your hooves. Frankly, I should have realized just what was going on sooner. You see, your chart made no mention of your hooves being shot. And no matter how much you might train here, walking around on dirt won't wear down your hooves much. All of the other Centaur fighters, including Miss Kay and Miss Lorna here, every one of them wear horseshoes. To put it simply, the way things are now, your legs are unbalanced. So why don't we get those hooves trimmed, and get you horseshoes?
Oh, no, that's quite all right. No, thank you. I'm the Scythia family's princess. My body's a precious temple bestowed by my ancestors. I won't allow anyone to desecrate it, not even my hooves. What are you?
We apologize for doing this, my lady, but we've already paid for your trimming and your fitting.
You've done what now?
Now, let's get started, Miss Tessalia.
No, I don't like pain. Oh, I'm scared. I demand that you would hand me at once. Both of you. I don't want this done. Do you hear?
Please, my lady, stop acting like a child.
It'll be over quickly. Don't worry, it won't hurt.
No, you... How dare you sneak between a lady's legs like this? Why, you lecher. Oh, I'll never be able to get married now.
Now. This is necessary. Miss Tessalia's special move is to dash in quickly and then strike. Since her front legs carry more weight, her hind hooves have grown too long.
Wait, dear kind doctor, that area is really quite sensitive, so please be just as gentle as you can.
It'll be fine. Not to worry.
No, you mustn't do that. Not there.
Okay, boss. Horseshoe.
You got it.
There's no way that thing isn't hurt. My lady, please stop. You're going to be fine, I promise. Please just calm down, okay?
My lady, please calm yourself. You're going to accidentally kick the kind doctor.
Meme, nails, please.
Did you say nails? Absolutely not. I won't allow you to put holes in my feet.
You won't have holes in your feet. My lady, you have to calm down.
No, I can't.
Please, Miss Tessalia, just pipe down already. We need to have a little quiet time now.
She truly is the Princess of Scythia, and was kind enough to get us such excellent seats for this match.
Yeah. She's on a 3-win streak after 10 losses. Looks like the horseshoes are really working out for her.
I'm starting to think Dr. Cthulhu is losing her touch. I can't believe that octopus woman didn't even think to take a look at her hooves earlier.
Well, she always honors her patients' wishes, so she won't do anything unless they or the people around them ask. Actually, I think that she might have been testing us with this assignment.
Huh. How annoying.
Safi, just think about it. This means we should be even more thorough in our approach as doctors. We don't have to follow Dr. Cthulhu. We can do things our own way. Okay?
All right, Dr. Glenn. Doctor, you weren't serious about courting her. I mean, I am correct correct about that, aren't I?
No, I wouldn't dream of it.
I won, Doctor! Can you believe it?
Who are you guys?
Case 2, the Mermaid of the Waterways. My name is Safin Titnikis. I'll be in your care starting today. Thank you so much for taking me in.
And that was how Glenn Litbite and I first met. As the war between the monsters and humans continued to rage on, I was brought to the Litbite household, although as a hostage. Glenn's father and my family ran an Eastern trading company that was secretly trying to open up a trade route. I was sent to Glenn's home as a hostage to ensure that my family wouldn't betray the company. The contract went as planned, and a year later, the long war finally came to an end. There was no longer a reason to hold me hostage, which meant there was no longer a reason for me to stay there. Several years later, Glenn Litbite would go on to enroll in Nemea Academy so that he could pursue a course of study in monster medicine. Back then, I never dreamed that I'd ever set eyes on him again. Oh dear, I'm all out of it. I probably ought to ask Dr. Glenn to get more purified water. Yes?
Morning, Safi. I'm guessing that you're almost out of your sunblock ointment, am I right?
Why, yes. Thanks, Dr. Glenn.
I've heard that it's actually quite common to find albinos among Lamias. What did they do when they didn't have enough sun protection?
Well, my understanding is that they remain nocturnal for the most part. You see, our skin and eyes can get damaged quickly in direct sunlight.
Yes, though I guess being nocturnal is out of the question for you, huh?
Indeed, but I do have to say, I'm very grateful that you're always looking out for me, Doctor. When was the last time we went out together like this? I'm so happy we're both here.
When was the last time we went out to buy supplies? I mean, we have been pretty busy with work lately.
Beg your pardon, Doc, but this is where I get off.
Oh, sure thing. Thank you very much.
Of course. I hope you enjoy the rest of your trip.
By the way, Safi, just to be clear, we came to buy purified water, and that's all. We're not going to buy anything more than that.
Yes, I'm completely aware of that, Doctor.
Welcome to the Marrow Waterways. So tell me, where are you two headed today?
Oh, why to the gift shop on the 3rd Canal, of course, so...
Please take us to the 7th Canal.
You got it.
What did we just talk about, Safi?
I don't remember.
Man, this place never ceases to amaze me. The Marrow Waterways are incredible.
Yes, and I've heard it costs quite a substantial amount to create all the waterways you see here in Lindworm. It must be a paradise for monsters who live in the water.
Monsters and humans, working together to create a place for every race to live comfortably side by side. Huh.
She managed to take it from an idea to an actual reality in only 10 years. Lady Scotty is the city council representative, also known as Lady Dragoness.
Can you please make a stop at the next shop? It's been a while, huh? Okay, purified water, rubbing alcohol, and vinegar. Well, this ought to hold us over for a while.
Can you take us to the gift shop next, pretty please?
So we're going?
Come on, we won't be back for a while. And we're so close, it'd be such a waste if we just went home now.
Well, I suppose that you do have a point there.
Wow, look at that Marrow glassware, Dr. Glenn. Hey, why don't we buy some new drinking glasses? Oh, look at those candelabras. Beautiful.
Please, Safi, Just calm down.
But how can I possibly stay calm? Shopping here is a once-in-a-lifetime chance. Just like water never flows backwards, you really only get one opportunity to buy things here. I just gotta take full advantage.
So, after all that, that's really all you bought?
Yes, I mean, there are so many other wonderful things there. But really, the greatest gift I could ever ask for is that I got to go shopping with you at the Waterways, Doctor.
Well, I'm glad that I could help you have a good day. There don't seem to be many gondolas that can take us home this late.
Right. That's because there's a mermaid show here at night.
There's a mermaid show?
Yes, it's something that started only recently. We light up the back streets, and mermaids sing and dance for the crowd. It's become a pretty popular show.
Oh, I really like the lights.
Safi, we got quite a lot of stuff today. I think that we should just head straight home. Next time, okay?
All right.
Hey, you guys on that gondola! Hold up a second!
Oh, were you talking to us?
Yeah, you two. The seriously beautiful couple over there. You should both come by my shop.
Oh, she just called us a couple. She's making me blush.
Hey, pretty lavia lady. You're perfect for that handsome guy. I bet you're a great wife and an even better mother.
Dr. Glenn, we have to stop by here. She's clearly a very nice girl.
You do know that you're not a wife or a mother, don't you?
I agreed that we'd skip the mermaid show. Stopping here for a little while won't hurt.
All right, we'll stop.
Welcome to my shop then. My name's Lulala Haine. Good to meet ya.
So what exactly are you selling anyway?
Why, my singing, of course. One song is 3 coppers. What do you say? Great deal, right?
Oh, I see. A mermaid song, huh? Well, Dr. Glenn, what do you think?
Safi!
You have some nerve staring like that at a mermaid girl as young as her. What could you possibly be thinking, Dr. Glenn?
You've got it all wrong. That wasn't what I was...
Listen, I'll admit that she does have a very nice tan. Guess you prefer that to a woman who's ghostly pale, because she can't be in the sun for too long.
I never said anything like that.
Hey, so, are you guys even listening to me? Oh, that's right. Hey, you want to know something? This stone bridge here is also known as the Lover's Bridge. During the war, a human and a mermaid jumped from the bridge so they could be together. They committed suicide. Lovers sometimes come here so that their relationship can be blessed.
Blessed because they committed suicide? Really?
Oh, that's so romantic.
So that means if you listen to my love song here, your relationship is sure to be all lovey-dovey. And then you guys will get to be a couple forever. So how about it, huh? Want to hear me sing?
Lovey-dovey, really?
Safi,
Doctor?
I can take care of this. Lulala, I'll buy 2 of your songs. This should cover it. Sound good?
Oh, wow, thanks a bunch. Hey, wait, there's only enough for 1. Listen, don't try to insult me, all right? My voice is worth way more than that much. I mean, the other day, Lady Draconis herself came down here to see me. She heard me and asked if I'd sing at the Central Council Hall. And yet here you are trying to rip me off.
Sorry, that came out wrong. What I meant to say is that I'd pay for the second one another way. I'd be happy to examine you.
Examine me? Just who are you two guys anyway?
We're here from the Litbite Clinic. My name's Saphentite.
From a clinic?
This is Glenn Litbite. He's a doctor who specializes in treating monsters.
You're a doctor?
Water from stone passages, winds cross the sky, and beloved singing voices fill my town. Memories talk.
Wow, what a voice.
It's no wonder she was asked to sing at the Central Council Hall.
You all right?
I'm sorry. This shouldn't be happening. To make up for it, I'll sing again from the beginning.
Oh, no, that's enough.
Huh?
As I promised, I'll go ahead and examine you. Excuse me, sir. Could you take us someplace where there aren't a lot of people around?
Leave it to me.
You're gonna examine me?
The current seems much faster here.
Yes, We'll be carried away if I'm not careful, but no other boats should come by. Please, take all the time you need for the exam, Doctor.
Oh, thank you so much.
Doctor, there's nothing wrong with me. I don't have the money to pay you, and besides, I stopped in the middle of my song.
You already paid more than enough for the exam. That song you sang? It's worth a lot more than only 3 copper coins.
Well, I guess that if it's for free.
First, open wide. There's definitely some inflammation. She's been enduring this much pain while singing? Next, your chest.
My chest? No way! Shameful!
Dr. Glenn, you really need to work on how you word things.
Sorry. I just need to hear your breathing.
Oh, all right.
Deep breath. I don't hear any problems with her breathing, so the problem isn't in her lungs or her trachea. I need to see your gills now.
Okay.
When in water, mermaids normally breathe using their gills and then switch to their lungs when they're on land. So why are her gills open even though she's on land right now? Is it alright if I touch them?
Sure.
So does it hurt at all?
No, it doesn't really hurt, but it does feel sort of warm.
Sorry, this will be over soon. You see, humans have a higher body temperature than mermaids do. I need to go deeper.
Huh? Wait. Ah!
They aren't secreting enough mucus. So the insides of her gills are exposed to the air, drying them out and causing this inflammation.
That feels really weird.
Just hang in there a little longer, okay?
I'll try.
Which is the primary cause? The inflammation in her throat or in her gills? If the problem's in her throat, then her lungs should be affected too. Which means... the primary cause must be... Hey, Lulala, about how much time do you think you spend on the land every day?
Well, as long as the sun is up, I wait by the bridge to try to bring in customers.
So, you only spend a quarter of the day in the water?
I guess so.
Not good. Mermaids are adapted to spend time both on land and in the water, but they're still primarily water-based creatures. You being on land that long is like a human sitting all day in a desert without drinking a single drop of water.
That may be true, but...
It's too dangerous for you to keep this up. Why would you put yourself through this kind of misery?
Because I don't have a choice. I have to make money. My dad swam off somewhere and left just my mom to take care of us. I'm the oldest of 4 siblings, so it's up to me. I have to work really hard. The waterways get a lot of customers, so I have to use my voice to make money here, or we won't...
Lala.
Sorry,
No need to be worried. The doctor isn't mad at you.
If I can sing in the Central Council Hall, then I'll be able to earn a lot of money. But till then, I have to earn a living here in the waterways instead. No matter what, I gotta keep singing.
Let me tell you what I've determined. You're sick. The inflammation. There's a lot of it in your gills.
Johan! Mom! Someone, please!
Please take us there, as fast as you can.
No, I can't. If I do that, this gondola will be swept away.
I'll go! Lulala!
Quickly, get us to the shore.
I have to save him. I have to save that boy. Johan! Johan!
Don't you worry, ma'am. I'm sure that he'll be...
He's safe. Thank goodness.
We need to do CPR.
Oh, Johan.
He's gonna be alright, ma'am. He woke up immediately, so you shouldn't have to worry about any after effects. But just to be safe, have him see a doctor specializing in humans.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Doctor, I don't see Lulala anywhere.
some kind of ailment of the gills, which left them unable to switch from lung breathing to gill breathing. Lulala accidentally used her lungs to breathe underwater, which means the water that went into her mouth wouldn't be expelled from her gills, but rather would fill her lungs.
I can't breathe. I can't breathe. No, I was so close to helping my mom out. No, I don't want this to happen. Someone please help me.
I promise to save you. I have to clear out the channel inside Lulala so that water can get through. If I can do that, then she should be able to switch over to breathing through her gills. There. Safi, you...
I gotta tell you, it certainly wasn't easy lifting the both of you out of the water.
You're a lifesaver.
Honestly, you just dove right in there without saying a word. Did it occur to you that I might be worried?
Sorry. You can lecture me all you want later. Lulala, are you in any sort of pain? Any at all?
No, I don't think that I am.
How long are you gonna keep hugging each other?
Sorry.
Back off, please.
I was just worried about her.
That's really a separate matter.
Thank you so much! Thank you all for coming out! I'll be singing again at noon, so please come back for the show!
What a beautiful song.
She's awesome.
Ah,
Hello, Lulala. Great show.
hello, Miss Safi, and Dr. Glenn.
So tell me, how have you been feeling? Have you been using the moisturizer we gave you?
Yeah, I've been doing great thanks to that. I've also been using the cough drops that you gave me before I sing. And I promise you guys that I'm not going to cause you any more trouble. Not like the last time.
Hey, what's the matter, Lulala?
Why, it's nothing at all.
Can you blame her for reacting this way? It may have been an emergency, but you had a lot of nerve to do something like that to a young girl like her.
I guess you have a point.
That's not it. I'm really grateful for what you did for me, Doctor. It's all thanks to you that I'm able to sing now and, I just,
I'm just relieved that you're doing all right now, Lulala. I wonder if she actually does hate me now.
Well, who can really say? I kind of think of Lulala as a little sister, so I'd really like for the two of you to be on at least somewhat friendly terms with each other.
Somewhat, huh?
Hold it!
So, how are you feeling?
Much better. It's oh so warm in here. What is it, anyway?
You're soaking in a special bioliquid. It contains some components that will allow for internal regeneration.
Oh,
I know this is a difficult condition for slimes since they have trouble retaining their form, but let's take our time treating it, okay?
thank you so much for this, Doctor. I hope you have a wonderful day.
You take care. Looks like it worked great. The bioliquid seems to have been a perfect match to the patient.
Being inspired by hot spring therapy? I'm quite impressed, Dr. Glenn.
Well, I couldn't have done it without your help. Oh, come in.
Hold on, you're...
Lindworm City Council representative Lady Scotty Dragonfeld? Here?
Lindworm is a fairly new city. It was founded after the war between humans and monsters had come to an end. There's no other city where humans and monsters interact with each other as much as here. And it's said that no city has become so prosperous in only 10 short years. The main figure behind this growth is a member of the rare dragon race and is also a city council representative, Scotty Dragonfeld. This city wouldn't have prospered so much if it weren't for her efforts. In both name and substance, she's the city's most powerful person.
So, what brings you here today, Lady Scotty?
Is there some way we can help you?
Huh?
Lady Draconis is asking you if this is the Lidbite Clinic.
Yes, it is.
My name's Kunai Zeno. I'm Lady Draconis' attendant and bodyguard.
I see.
I shall relay Lady Draconis' words to you too. You should be honored to hear the wisdom that she chooses to share with you. Show some respect and rejoice.
Well, it seems that the rumors I've heard really are true. They say that Lady Scotty's bodyguard is overly devoted to her.
You there, silence! Listen well. My trusted bodyguard lost her right arm during a battle against a group of bandits recently, and we're currently uncertain of where the arm is located.
So when you say your bodyguard...
You're talking about yourself, right?
This is complicated.
Therefore, I'd like you to locate the arm and use your suturing skills to reattach it, Dr. Glenn. She just said. Do you understand?
You said earlier there was a battle?
She successfully chased down some bandits we'd been pursuing but fell into a trap. Kunai here took on 10 of them before she was forced to retreat. But she dropped her arm somewhere along the way. I'm sorry, Lady Draconis.
I think that I understand the situation now, but may I ask you a few questions for clarification?
You may ask me anything, my lady says. But don't assume you can ask anything you please, physician. Make sure you remember your place.
First of all, why did you come to my clinic? It was my understanding that Lady Scotty is very close to my mentor, Dr. Cthulhu. So wouldn't you have been better off going to the Central Hospital?
I went, but she turned me away. She told me that one of her most reliable students had his own clinic and that I should go there.
So she's being difficult again.
Oh, curse her.
For the exam to be effective, I'm going to need to know exactly what kind of monster you are, Miss Kunai. From the looks of it, you don't seem to be a zombie or a ghoul.
Kunai isn't a monster. She's human, or was originally. She's actually made from parts of human corpses. She is a flesh golem. I hear she was the experiment of an ambitious doctor from the Far East.
An experiment? So are you telling us this doctor tried to create life?
That is why. Kunai despises all doctors. I don't want your services, physician.
She's awfully aggressive, isn't she? But all the same, she practically looked like a little lost puppy the moment that Lady Scotty left here.
I can hear you, Miss Sappentite.
If I might say this to you, the occult, such as dealing with a golem, is outside of Dr. Glenn's area of expertise. We conduct scientific examinations based on clinical tests and observations. Is that okay?
I never expected much from you. All Lady Draconis wants from you is your ability to suture my arm back on. But, as I've said time and time again, I don't trust doctors, so I don't want your help.
I understand how you might feel, but this is a request from Lady Scotty. I'd like you to help me find your right arm so we can reattach...
And I'm saying I don't need your help. I'll just find it myself. Since I have my other arm, I'll reattach it. Lady Draconis ought to be far enough away from here by now. Sorry to waste your time.
Unbelievable. Her arm probably fell off because she has the nerve to think that she could reattach it herself. From the looks of it, all her other stitches were sloppy as well.
Yes, it appears to me as though the doctor who created Miss Kunai was rather troubled, both mentally and in terms of their technique.
Are you saying you think that should justify her hatred of doctors?
Well, regardless of whether she hates doctors or not, it's my job to make sure she gets better. So I'm going to head out.
You know where her arm is?
Not at all. I'll just cover as much ground as I can, but I'll need you to handle the afternoon appointments, okay?
Sure, just leave it to me. We do have some very reliable fairies after all.
Leave it to us. Oh, I'm best too.
I lost him. I could have sworn he was one of those bandits.
I said I'd look around, but I've no clue. Not even one. In hindsight, I should have asked where they had fought, but she would have just yelled at me. But it would be a lot easier to look around with Miss Kunai's help. Oh, Miss Desalia.
Oh, Doctor!
What's going on?
Just look over there!
Oh,
I thought I'd just go shopping for some vegetables, so I came without Kay and Lorna, but then I stumbled upon that thing.
it's been cut along her thigh muscle. No, actually, this cut's an old one. Her stitches must have ripped from a strong impact.
How can you be so calm? There's clearly been a murder. Call the police!
There's nothing to worry about. You see, this is Miss Kunai's leg.
Kunai? Wait, hold on. Are you talking about Kunai Zeno?
Wait, do you know her?
I was careless. I can't believe I lost my arm and now my leg, too. I've got to find them both and get back to work, or I'll never be able to face Lady Draconis again. Although, it's not like I can ask for anyone's help right now. What should I do? Who in the world could be doing that? Who is feeling up my leg? Oh, please, please stop stroking that spot so gently. Stop stroking that spot like that. It's too sensitive.
Kunai Zeno is a former fighter who holds the record among the first rank for the most consecutive wins in the arena. People noticed her accomplishments, and she was appointed as Lady Scotty's bodyguard. It's hard to believe someone like her could be defeated.
Well, perhaps she was simply caught off guard. She was already missing her right arm, and from the looks of this, her stitches were badly degraded.
Doctor, should you be touching that?
Observation's a necessary part of my job. It's detached, but it still moves. Maybe her body parts aren't actually dead. Maybe they have a will of their own.
How are you so calm about this?
It's just my job. When I was a student, well, I had to study many different types of bodies, both monsters and humans alike.
I've always known there are peculiar folks in this city, but you just might be on a whole other level, Doctor.
Oh, sorry about that. I guess I just become very focused when it comes to my work.
It's fine. Makes me like you even more. It's just
Yeah, what is it?
the way that you keep on fondling her leg like that. You almost appear to be a disturbed pervert. Good doctor.
Oh, well, let's just make sure not to mention that to Safi.
Damn it! It must be that physician. How dare he keep on touching and caressing my leg like that? But to think I can feel it so clearly even though it's not attached to me. This has got to be some kind of curse that's been put on me. If it was just the sensation, it'd be one thing. But I even hear the voices of the corpses used to make me.
I want to serve a worthy master. I'd like him to acknowledge. I want to fall in love again.
You're too loud. No, stop it! Just be quiet, all of you, please!
Now I just need to find her right arm. And Miss Kunai herself, of course. Well, she shouldn't be able to get very far in the state that she's in. Maybe she's close by.
Hey, there you are, Dr. Glenn.
Oh, Lulala, what brings you here?
Everyone's saying the craziest things about you, that you're gathering a whole bunch of body parts to conduct some crazy experiment, like everyone is.
Oh, well, I guess that I can't really blame people for thinking that's what's going on. But actually, the leg belongs to a patient of mine.
Yeah, I know. Miss Kunai's, right?
Hmm?
Actually, I'm really glad to see you because I have something that I wanted to give you. Ta-da!
My arm feels different now. Is that something rubbing against it? Hey, be a little gentler.
I found it in the waterways earlier. So many people have just been throwing garbage into the waterways lately. Seriously, they'll dump anything.
That is indeed a problem, but I wouldn't call Miss Kunai's arm garbage.
I didn't.
There, all clean. Now we just have to find Miss Kunai and reattach these.
Why don't you just ask her body?
Ask her body?
Hey, arm and leg, where's Miss Kunai?
Guess it never hurts to try.
Right?
I told you. I keep on telling you that you have to stop Stop touching me! Curse you, physician!
I've been looking for you, Miss Kunai.
Oh, so it's you!
Lucky you, I found your arm and leg. Well then, I'll reattach them right now.
I don't need any help from you, got it? So don't you touch me!
Oh, I'm afraid I've already touched you quite a bit.
And just what do you intend on doing with those hooks? Aren't you going to suture my leg?
It's a suture needle. This one here is the size that's needed to suture blood vessels together. Did you think I'd use a sewing needle? Seeing your old stitches, I came to realize something. Whoever the person was who created you, they're far from being anything close to a doctor.
That doesn't matter to me one bit. But what do you mean by suturing blood vessels together?
I'm going to connect your blood vessels and nerves. It appears that your tissues aren't actually dead, so we can reconnect a lot of your blood vessels. Although, since you don't have a metabolism, I'll need to leave the sutures in.
Come on, that's not necessary. Just sew my muscles back together. I'm a flesh golem, which means that this body functions differently than one that's alive. I don't need this.
Do you really think that? I'll admit, I'm not entirely sure what makes flesh golems move, but we mustn't be so negligent about how your body is constructed. If we don't connect things properly, it's like those parts will belong to someone else.
Someone else? You mean...
It's late to ask, but do you need anesthesia?
No, I don't sense pain, so you may proceed. Apparently, the way my name is written in the Far East, it means no suffering.
Yes, I know. I'm actually from the Far East myself. You see, the name Glenn comes from Guren, which means a crimson lotus flower.
Interesting. My creator told me I was a perfect person that would experience no suffering. If I couldn't feel pain, I couldn't suffer. That's why, physician. No, Dr. Glenn, you don't need to be so delicate with me.
Okay, your blood vessels are done. And next, let's reconnect your nerves.
Why would you do all this?
Because I'm a doctor, and it's my job to do everything that I can to help my patients get better. Plus, someone who doesn't know suffering wouldn't look like they're suffering as much as you do. There's an old saying my mentor, Dr. Cthulhu, always used. The fact that you're able to suffer means that you're alive. You're alive, Miss Kunai. A doctor's job is to ease the suffering, even a tiny bit, that we face because we're alive. I can't get rid of it all. I can only try to reduce it.
I see. I never knew there were doctors like you.
Well, I like to think that I'm not the only one out there like this. How's that feel?
Good, better than it's ever been before, really. Very well done, Doctor.
I'll get right to work on attaching your left leg. I should be done with it before the sun goes down.
Is that so? Oh, all right then.
Huh?
Oh, what a shame. So the good doctor isn't in today? And here I came all the way to this clinic so that I could see this Dr. Glenn, who you keep talking about all the time.
Yes, it really is unfortunate.
Oh, stop it. Don't be so cruel. We're drinking buddies. Just bring him to the pub.
Absolutely not. The doctor is very busy.
Oh, but I even gave you a gift.
You told me you just found it somewhere. Then you forced me to take it.
Oh, all right then, whatever. I guess I'll just head home for the day. Tell the dog hi.
Okay, fine. I'll see you at the pub.
Could your sweet Dr. Glenn be cheating on you somewhere right now?
Miss Kunai, I'm sorry to ask, but could you lift up your skirt a little bit more?
Fine.
I'll finish as quickly as I can.
Right.
Sorry, did that hurt?
It's just cold. Continue.
But it didn't seem to affect your arm.
Look, how am I supposed to know why it's this way? My creator made me like this, that's all.
I know. You clearly had to contend with a lot of issues.
Hey, listen, can't you do something about this, please? I don't like you making me moan like this. Hey, say something, you quack! Why aren't you reacting to me sounding like this? Actually, don't react! I'm not going to let you get away with doing this to me! Oh, Once you're finished with this surgery, I'm going to... This is exactly why I despise doctors. Just so you know, I'll never forget this humiliation. But out of my deep respect for Lady Draconis, I'll save her punishment for later on.
Great, thanks.
But even so, you truly saved me. I thank you, Dr. Glenn. Farewell.
I've returned.
Welcome home. Where's our milk?
Sorry, I'll get you some right now. Here, drink up.
Yay!
Huh? I wonder if Safi has gone out for the night.
I'm right here, Dr. Glenn.
Safi?
Doctor, would you please take a look? Well, it certainly appears that I have become pregnant. The year that young Glenn Litbite spent with Saphentite Nakes made a profound impact on him. As a result of that time, he became very interested in monsters and how they lived, and eventually, he'd become the first human to live in a monster dorm.
Hello? I'm supposed to be starting here today. My name is Glenn Litbite.
Oh. It was quite an unexpected reunion. Then, a few years later, the two of them would leave the tutelage of Dr. Cthulhu Squell and open up the Litbite Clinic together. However, well, it certainly appears that I have become pregnant.
Safi, that's just not possible. How could you be pregnant when Lamias are egg-laying? It doesn't make sense.
Oh my!
Here, let me just take a look. What do you have in there?
Doctor, how could you ask me to strip like that?
I didn't say that. An egg?
My friend found it on a street corner of all places and brought it here to me. I couldn't just leave it be, so I decided to warm it up a little bit.
I don't think this egg's been fertilized. I'm fairly certain that this came from an ovulating harpy. What is it, Safi?
There are people right outside. Lots of them.
Breaking into our clinic at night? They must not have known a Lamia was there, or they wouldn't have tried.
Thank you, Safi. Who in the world were those people?
Since apparently they didn't case our clinic beforehand, they probably saw you earlier with Miss Kunai and assumed you worked with her.
You think those guys were the slavers? The ones that were after Miss Kunai?
Yes. They might have been planning on taking you hostage to get to her.
As if I'd ever let anything like that happen to you.
Okay, Safi, take it easy.
I guess we won't be able to return to the clinic tonight.
Wait, the Central Council. If we explain everything to Miss Kunai...
That won't be necessary.
Miss Kunai!
I heard from the patrols that several of these guys have been spotted over at your clinic. Glad to see you're both safe.
So they were the same guys.
That's right. They're the slavers who we've been after. They've been illegally trafficking harpies.
Illegally trafficking? You mean...
Yes. They kidnap harpies and force them to lay eggs, which they sell to humans with, shall we say, questionable tastes.
Awful.
If that's the situation, is this one of theirs?
Yes, I'm certain it is. Once they figure out you have one, they'll come after you.
Miss Kunai, we wish to request protection from you. Can we commission the Council's patrols?
Sorry. Unfortunately, that's out of the question! Now then, let's go to the waterways.
Ah, I see. So you're running a big operation to expose the slavers tonight, and most of the patrols are working on it as well?
Correct. That's why we don't have anyone available to protect you. Which also means that you staying with me is going to be your safest bet.
Yes, but bringing us along with you to infiltrate the enemy's hideout? Do I really have to remind you that we're both civilians?
Realistically, it's the only solution we have right now.
Really?
Oh, wow. Are you guys coming too, Dr. Glenn?
Lulala, what are you doing out here?
I'll explain on the way. Just get in.
Lady Scotty.
Well, all right, here we go.
Please, Lady Scotty, tell us, why is Lulala the one towing this boat?
Lady Draconis says it was part of the deal we made with Lulala. In exchange for giving her permission to sing at the Central Council Hall, she'll be helping us out from time to time on missions.
So what you're telling us is that you purposely took advantage of Lulala's poverty, right?
How dare you say that?
I'm talking to Lady Scotty now!
She says she can't really deny that. But still, the truth is, Lulala's perfectly suited for this job. Since she's often at the Central Council Hall, it's only natural she'd come into contact with us. That's the reason why our numerous meetings regarding these attacks went unnoticed by the slavers. She's being rewarded handsomely for her help. I'm sure Lulala herself is satisfied with the deal.
Nonetheless, she's still only a young girl, and she's just gotten over being sick, too. As her doctor, I can't let her take part in a dangerous...
Hey, chill out already, will ya? I appreciate you being worried about me, but like Miss Kunai just told you, I agreed to help out with this job. And Lady Scotty said I can swim away if things get dicey.
But still...
On top of that, you're wrong. I'm not just some little kid. I get to decide what jobs I take.
All right then, Lulala. If you're sure about all this, I guess I can't force you.
That's right. You catch on quick, Doc. Okay, I'm gonna pick up the pace now.
The slavers' hideout is located on a piece of land in the waterways. When this area was built, we made a lot of renovations underwater. We did that to improve conditions for all the water monsters. The land was largely untouched. That oversight gave the slavers quite a foothold, which Lady Draconis regrets. But all of that is going to end today. That's why we needed you to reattach my limbs.
How do you plan to infiltrate their hideout? Are the patrols involved?
Yes, they're already in position. They'll charge the front entrance to draw the attention of the slavers in the hideout. Then we'll use that distraction to infiltrate the hideout from the rear. Freeing all the kidnapped harpies inside is our goal.
I understand why you're doing this. But for you to involve Dr. Glenn and Lulala in something as dangerous as this...
Did she just say, I'm sorry?
Once we pass under the bridge, we'll almost be there.
Here we go.
Get down!
That was close.
Just keep your head down.
Miss Kunai!
Don't worry. I don't feel any pain.
I know, but if this keeps up...
Well, Doctor, it seems you're in quite the predicament. Honestly, I went all the way to the clinic to set a date for our betrothal, but it had been ransacked by ruffians. I followed their trail and found bandits with bows and arrows. I'd bring shame upon the noble name of Scythia if I didn't wield my lance against them.
Miss Thessalia!
That's enough talk. And your betrothal's on permanent hold.
We'll take care of these guys. Please, go on ahead, everyone.
Thank you so much. And please, stay safe.
That crest belongs to Scythia. Centaurs are basically monster mercenaries. Calling the Scythia warmongers would be an understatement. So as fellow mercenaries, I ask that you stay out of our way. You depend on war for your survival as much as we do. Humans and monsters should never live alongside each other. It's just a ridiculous delusion. Humans and monsters are meant to hate, fight, and kill each other. Isn't that right, Scythia?
Have you all been blindfolded the whole time that you've been in Lindworm or something?
What?
I mean, what could you have possibly seen to make you think that? Humans and monsters live in peace together. Here, they support each other, acknowledge each other, help each other. You're clearly the one who's deluded about the truth of what defines this city.
Silence! We are proud mercenaries who have no time
Then
to...
you'd better get rid of that filth you call pride.
Huh? Why, you stupid horse?
All right, that makes one ruffian down. Anyone else?
Lulala, we'll take care of the rest. You may go now.
All right, but you guys be sure to be careful.
Thanks for your help, Lulala.
All right, let's go.
So you really showed up. Guess I should have listened to my gut feeling. But to be frank, you guys should have made a run for it earlier.
I assume you're the slavers' ringleader.
Can't say I remember dealing with any slaves. The only thing we've been doing is buying and selling the eggs of monsters.
Unlawful occupation of the waterways, kidnapping and imprisoning harpies, unlawful trading of eggs. You've got a lot to answer for.
With no wars going on, what do you expect us to do? As mercenaries, we simply had no choice but to get involved in crime in order to survive.
I'm sure the council wouldn't mind hiring some of you to help out with construction. Of course, you'll be paid just what criminals like you deserve.
What a joke. Like you!
Lady Draconis, now let's rescue the harpies!
Be careful, Miss Kunai.
Don't worry.
You sure you want Lady Draconis, the one you're supposed to protect, go on without you? I've got plenty of my men waiting in there.
You are a fool. My strength can't begin to compare to Lady Draconis' strength. Besides, right about now...
Move it now!
Is this it?
Doctor, there they are.
Please don't worry. There's nothing to be afraid of. I'm a doctor, and we've come here to help you.
You're a doctor? You really came to save us?
Yes, you're all safe now. This place is cleaner than I expected. And since they're in the waterways, they must have had a chance to bathe. But their wings aren't getting enough oil, and it's clear that they've been losing feathers. Their emotional distress must be tremendous. Poor things.
Excuse me. Her stomach, it's really been hurting.
Safi, I need light. When did she first tell you she was hurting?
She hasn't been feeling well for a while, but her suffering took a bad turn only recently.
Bite down on this. I'm going to feel your stomach now. Raise your hand if you feel any discomfort. The distension in her abdomen feels hard. The cause isn't her bowels. Which means...
Doctor, what's the cause of this?
The stress. It caused something called egg binding. You see, it's when an egg gets stuck in the oviduct instead of being passed. It's an extremely painful condition. If we don't take care of this immediately, then things are gonna get much worse. I'll be able to treat her here. Safi, I'll need you and Lady Scotty to keep an eye out.
As you wish, Doctor.
Okay, I'm going to massage your abdomen now. But don't worry. Right now your body is trying to lay an egg. Stay calm. Okay, just breathe in and then out. That's it. Nice and slow. Just relax.
Doctor, the bandits are here. Dr. Glenn, there are two things that I'm secretly keeping from you. The first secret is about my illness, which is completely incurable. And the other secret is about my lineage.
generations, the Nakes clan specialized not only in pharmaceutical medicine, but also in poisons and assassination techniques.
If the negotiations we're holding with the humans end up falling through, then you must be the one who slays the Litbite family. I trust you're up to the task.
Yes, I am, Mother. Thankfully, that never happened. But if the situation had been different, would I really have been able to slay the Litbite family? Would I really have been able to kill Dr. Glenn? It was after meeting you that I contracted this incurable illness. Oh no, it was poisoned. Not good. My tongue's going numb. Doctor, run. Please, run. Dr. Glenn. Even in times like this, you're so wonderful.
Safi! Thank goodness. You weren't responding to me, so I was beginning to worry.
But, Doctor, where am I?
The council loaned us one of their rooms.
Doctor, there was poison.
It was a paralytic from a mandragora. It's fatal when it comes to humans, but has little effect on Lamias. At most, it'd put you to sleep.
You mean you knew that?
Well, if I didn't, I'd never have left you alone while treating that harpy.
You identified the poison just by looking?
They weren't expecting to fight a Lamia, so they couldn't have prepared for it. There aren't many poisons that work on your species anyway. I know that I can lose sight of things when I'm treating a patient, but I'm not that oblivious. The authorities have arrested all of the slavers. Everyone's safe now. Oh, right, and the harpy I was treating was safely able to lay her egg. And thankfully, her oviduct was fine as well.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. Doctor, if you were able to notice the poison, then you must have also noticed the way that I was fighting.
Yeah, I did.
I've kept this a secret from you, but for generations, the Nakes clan worked as assassins.
I know.
What?
When you came to our house as a hostage, even I knew what type of orders you'd probably already been given. My father researched everything about the Nakes clan before entering negotiations with them.
That was supposed to be the biggest confession of my life.
Also, there were even members of my family who had the same idea. Remember? There was that one time when you came down with a fever?
Yes. It was my first time living among humans, so I got ill from something I caught.
Sorry, but I'm afraid one of the servants actually poisoned your food without telling us. They apparently did it to tip the negotiations in our favor. Looking back on it now, that might have been my first real experience with the field of medicine. I wanted to do all I could, so you'd feel better.
Doctor, you're telling me that you knew everything all along?
If you weren't there, I wouldn't have been able to save that harpy either. It might be weird to say this, but I'm always grateful for you.
Doctor!
Safi, you...
There's simply no way that I can possibly hold myself back after you said all of that.
I appreciate the thought, but this is too much.
Oh, well, this is just the way I've always been, so...
Hold on, no! If Dr. Cthulhu finds out, then you won't be allowed to stay at the clinic.
All right, then let's just both run away together. Yes, leave Lindworm and go anywhere we want.
Wait, your eyes are glazed.
I feel fine. Tonight we can...
The poison isn't fully out of your system. You should take it easy.
Sure.
Look, you really don't need to worry about it. Just get a good night's rest, all right?
Okay. Doctor, do you think I could ask you to do me a little favor?
Of course.
Could you hold on to my tail for a little while? Just until I fall asleep is fine.
Sure, glad to.
Your hand feels so warm. I find it to be very soothing. Thanks, Glenn. The incurable disease that has befallen me, Saphentite Nakes, won't be cured anytime soon. Yes, it's all because I met him. All because I met Glenn Case 5, the centaur with the sprain.
Good Doctor and Miss Sappy, please just bear with us for a little while. Scythia Transportation is definitely going to get you to your destination, and you'll arrive safely and on time.
It's great Miss Tessalia had plans to go to the Harpies village too. I guess from here on it's nothing but smooth sailing, or rather smooth riding.
Yes, she's a lifesaver.
But I mean really, to think that Octa-Woman's demands would get this ridiculous. I don't even have the words for all this anymore. I mean, we've only recently been able to reopen the clinic again.
Well, I was pretty surprised by it too. I didn't foresee her suddenly sending us to do checkups at the Harpies village. But I'd like to see how she's doing.
Her name is Illy, right? I heard that she was taken back to the village with the other Harpy girls, but she has no family there. According to Lady Cthulhi, she lost so many feathers that she can't fly anymore.
If so, we can't just sit by and do nothing.
I'll show what an amazing woman I am, and doing so will get the doctor to want to marry me.
Although your dedication is admirable.
You're all sweaty from climbing up this mountain. I'm not sure if any human man would find that very appealing.
What's that noise? My lady!
Miss Tessalia, are you all right?
Yes, I'm just fine. Kay and Lorna shielded me from the worst of it. Kay, you... Oh no.
There's no need for you to be worried, my lady. This is nothing.
Doctor, will Kay be all right?
Well, she may have sprained her leg, or worse, fractured it. Either way, we'd have to get to the village to do a proper examination.
Kay, this is all my fault.
Aha! There they are! We've come to escort you, Dr. Glenn, and all you members of Scythia Transportation.
Thank goodness. One of our party's been injured. Do you think you can carry her to the village?
Sure, that won't be a problem at all. Let's go!
Right.
Kay.
Amazing, so this is the Harpies village.
Oh, Doctor.
Here, you can keep it on.
Thank you for coming all the way out here.
This is the village elder.
Nice to meet you, sir.
I heard that someone in your group has been injured. There have been some peculiar rumblings around here lately. I'm glad I sent my men to fetch you.
So where is Miss Kay now?
We delivered her to the village guest house.
We'd been preparing it for your stay anyway, so if you'd like to head there, you can begin examining her immediately.
Great, thanks so much. We'll go check on Miss Kay. What are your plans, Miss Tessalia?
There are some things that I need to discuss with the village elder. It's about business. Lorna, please accompany the good doctor. I'm quite worried about Kay.
Yes, of course. As you wish, my lady.
The injury is here. Well, that's a relief. I'm sure it hurts, but we're fortunate that it's just a sprain. Although, I recommend you get as much rest as you can.
But if my leg isn't broken, then I think I could walk. If you move around too much, it's just gonna take you longer to heal.
Please, just stay put, Miss Kay. We'll get you some compresses and painkillers. Thankfully, this village seems to have natural hot springs, so I asked them to bring you water from there. But for now, please relax and get some rest.
But
Please don't trouble the good Dr. Kay. During your hopefully short absence, I'll make sure that our lady's taken care of.
Okay, I guess that I'll just treat this as taking a little time off. I'm counting on you, Lorna.
Yes, of course. You can just leave it to me.
How much longer are we gonna have to wait?
There, that should do it.
Thank you very much, Doctor.
Scratch, scratch.
You're really popular, Doctor. Well, it's just the first day. I'm sure things will calm down.
Yes, let's hope so. Huh?
Thank you for saving us when we were captured.
I'm glad you all seem to be doing well. But, where's Illy?
She says she doesn't want to see you, so she didn't come.
Doctor, you're a lifesaver!
Take care now. Oh. Miss Lorna!
Oh, hi. It's good to see you, Doctor.
Why are you out here all by yourself?
Oh, no, I'm not actually. My lady's with me.
But, I don't see Miss Tessalia anywhere.
It appears that we've gotten separated. What'll I do with her? So, how is Kay doing?
She seems to be just fine. She's been sleeping and reading books at our temporary clinic. The hot spring water seems to be helping.
Good.
I hope that it isn't too rude of me to ask this, but, what exactly is your relationship with Miss Kay?
Does it bother you? Both of us are war orphans.
You're both war orphans?
Yes. Centaurs have a long history of being hired as mercenaries, so their custom is to take in children who have lost their parents. And those children are then often raised to be attendants or to be soldiers. In the case of Kay and myself, the Arte family took us in, and they were already employed as servants to the renowned Scythia family. Once both of us became part of that family, it also became our duty to serve Lady Tessalia.
Lorna! Oh, hello, Doctor. I apologize if I'm interrupting. I've been looking for you everywhere, Lorna. Please tell me, what in the world are you doing here?
I was just asking the doctor how Kay was doing. But wait, my lady, where did you end up getting lost?
What are you even talking about? The only one who got lost here was you. You just wandered off the second I looked away.
Huh? But that doesn't sound like me.
There's clearly something very wrong with Lorna. That Lorna. Ever since we arrived here, she's been so clumsy and absent-minded. She fetched me the wrong clothes, made a shaggy mess of my hair. She even used the wrong seasoning in her cooking. Oh, she even cut her finger. That's the reason I haven't had an eaten meal since. Your cooking's delightful, Miss Safi. All I did was put a little dressing on some fresh vegetables. May I have some more? And that's not all she's done either. She kept saying uncomfortable and unthinkable things during our meeting with the Elder. We've hardly gotten any work done.
Really? Is that so?
By the way, what are you discussing with the Elder? Oh, well, there have been talks within Scythia Transportation about branching out and creating an air courier division for speedy deliveries. And so we decided to come here to negotiate the possibility of employing harpies for that venture.
Oh, now I understand. That sounds like a terrific idea.
Yes, that would be ideal for delivering urgent messages, and for medicines as well. It's an extremely important matter, and yet everything somehow managed to go wrong. Kay got injured, and Lorna's been acting strange. Good doctor, would you please examine Lorna as well?
Hold on, you want me to examine her? Well, in my professional opinion, Miss Lorna's been a bit absent-minded because she's worried about Miss Kay.
Yes, I agree. I believe that's the case too.
Then maybe we should just wait until Miss Kay's sprain gets better.
There's no way I'll ever last if we do that. Don't you see? Kay and Lorna have always done everything for me. I can't fathom what life would be like without those two. You'd have to do things yourself. In that case, what if I give you some white wine made with grapes from the Alu Luna plantation? It's the finest vintage, so special that every year they only make 10 bottles. Please, let's help her out. Really, I insist.
But Safi, I don't think...
Alu Luna white wine! Some people go their whole lives never getting to drink it. We can't pass this up.
Even if all that is true, there isn't actually anything we can do.
Hold on, Doctor. Ever since we were young, Kay, Lorna, and I, we've been like sisters. growing up together. But in the end, we still have a master and servant relationship. I just mean that even if there's something that they can't share with me, I'm certain that they could share it with each other. That's a part of their relationship I simply can't be a part of.
Miss Tasalia.
So I'm begging you now, please, Doctor, help Lorna. Please.
Ah, jeez, I should have brought more of my medical books with me.
Do you think you'll be able to figure it out, Doctor?
Yeah, not really.
Is this situation that difficult?
I wouldn't say it's difficult per se. The reason that Miss Lorna is so absent-minded is because Miss Kay is hurt. I mean, that's really all there is to it. The real problem is that even though we know the cause, there's not much we can do to get rid of it. All we can do is wait a little while longer for Miss Kay's sprain to heal.
She seems just fine. I mean, despite being separated from Miss Lorna, that is.
I guess the two of them are pretty different, huh? Centaurs are naturally brave, and they're also true-born warriors. However, they tend to be quite high-strung and at times even cowardly. Maybe she's exhibiting inherent traits.
Miss Lorna really must be quite sensitive.
Oh, what's that?
Doctor, there's already a tried-and-true method of dealing with people who are as sensitive as that.
Just what do you mean by... You're not saying we should drug her, are you?
This doesn't call for anything like that. If she's worried about what's going on around her, we need to trap her inside.
What does that mean?
Oh, it's all gone.
Let's see. Aha, found it.
The maturing of centaurs, their education, and how they deal with any ailments they may face. Doctor, what exactly are you thinking of doing? Miss Lorna's already a fully grown woman.
Ever since we were little, Kay was always by my side. But to think that I've become so useless just because Kay isn't here with me right now. What should I do? Will we be alright? One day, my lady will take over the Scythia family business. She must marry soon and produce an heir. Yes, the doctor. He'd be the perfect match. Oh, I'm so anxious. I wonder how long it'll be until she's better. Look at her, so at ease. Would she be fine without me? I really have to straighten up. It's all up to me now.
Miss Lorna. Well? Do you feel relaxed?
Yes, thanks so much, Doctor. This is wonderful. Yes, this is lovely.
Lorna, are you all right?
Yes, I'm fine, my lady. Yes. It's all quite simple. What's most important to me is to do what I can for my lady. That's what I promised Kay, that she could leave everything to me.
Seems like the blindfold worked.
Yes, although I wasn't quite sure if it'd be effective for Miss Lorna until we tried it out. Just in case, let's try this too. If all goes well, this could also prove useful. Please straighten up. Yes, just like that. Oh, sorry. Are you doing all right?
Actually, Doctor, you can make them even tighter. I think that might be better.
Oh, yes, I see. Well, all right.
Yes, Doctor. Like that. That's perfect.
Doctor, just what are you doing?
Huh? Oh, I'm simply realigning her bones a little bit to help improve her overall posture, that's all. Centaurs practice this technique from childhood to help them create their beautiful adult figures. Although I guess it's also used for discipline in some cases.
Discipline, huh?
Lorna, you all right?
Yes, I feel much calmer. I don't feel my mind is bogged down by worry anymore.
Oh, you mean that?
Yes, I feel like a weight's been lifted off my chest. Now I can concentrate on you, my lady.
It seems that it was quite effective.
I'm just speculating, but it could also be due to Miss Lorna's personality and, interests.
Wait, are you suggesting that she likes to be tied up?
Well, I'm not sure what I'm suggesting.
Doctor? I must apologize for asking you to do all this, but it seems Lorna feels better now. I thank you from the bottom of my heart. say, Lorna?
Yes, my lady?
I remember it was you that consulted the doctor about the problem with my hooves. It made me very happy that you went through all that trouble. To be honest, I still find having horseshoes put on a bit frightening, but helping me with that made me see just how much you and Kay truly care about me.
But of course, my lady. After all, when you're happy, that means we're happy as well.
And you know, I feel the same way about the two of you. I love you, both of you, very, very much. I hope that you experience nothing but happiness. That's my wish for you.
Oh, my lady.
Doctor, there's something I've been wondering about. Is Miss Tessalia supposed to walk around the Harpies village and also negotiate with the Elder? With Miss Lorna in that outfit?
Oh, of course. I'll follow you to the ends of the earth, my lady.
I must say, I never knew this was a hobby of yours, Lorna.
Kay, the good doctor was the one who did this to me. Which means, if this is a hobby, it's actually the doctor's.
Oh, I understand now. Well, if you'd only said something about it sooner.
We
haven't properly thanked you yet for healing me and helping Lorna, have we now?
Oh, not to worry. Miss Tessalia has already paid me.
Oh, but that's nowhere near enough, right?
Allow us to thank you. Feel free to do whatever you like.
Hang on, if Miss Tessalia finds out, she'll get angry.
Well, actually, sweet doctor,
you see, it's for her sake that we're doing this.
In our culture, attendants are essentially a master's property.
If the master marries, their partner shares their wealth.
Which means that attendants belong to both partners.
And the wife's attendants must also serve her husband.
So, Doctor, if Our Lady were to become married to you, then...
That would mean the two of us would become your attendants as well, according to our customs.
Or in other words, we'll also belong to you someday, my sweet doctor.
So, we certainly wouldn't mind if you had a little taste right now.
Considering how naive Our Lady can be, even if we were to make something up.
You'd have to take responsibility for laying your hands on her attendants and make up for it by marrying her.
Miss Kay! Miss Lorna!
Oh, Doctor, come now. We were only teasing you.
Yes, please don't take what we said seriously.
But also, please don't ever forget
that we'll do absolutely anything we have to for Our Lady. The both of us are very eagerly looking forward to the day
when you become our master as well, my dear doctor.
Well, you should be just fine now.
It's all thanks to you, Doctor. Oh, good. Now, if Miss Illy will just allow us to examine her, we'll all be able to return to Lindworm.
Yeah, but she's refusing the exam. Maybe I upset her somehow.
Doctor?
Huh?
I actually wanted to discuss that matter with you.
So she's requesting to see Miss Tessalia in exchange for allowing the examination?
Does that mean the two of you know each other?
No, we don't. I haven't the slightest idea as to why Illy would have requested this.
That's where Illy's staying, right? Illy, I'm coming in.
So you came, Doctor?
It's been a while. Do you remember me? I'm the doctor who examined you back when...
Yeah, I know.
Have you been doing okay? I heard you've been losing feathers and can no longer fly.
Do I look okay?
Sorry, that may have been a dumb question.
Is that Tessalia?
Yes, it is. You wanted to see her?
Yeah, that's right.
Before we do that, do you mind if I examine you? Can I take a look at your wings? Compared to other harpies, her colors aren't as vibrant, but her feathers are pretty big for her body. She's probably a great flyer. I see. I'm going to check a bit further in. Does that hurt?
Nothing I can't handle.
May I pull on your feathers a little?
Do whatever you need to.
May I touch your head too?
Are you done yet?
Just bear with it a bit more. Oh. Okay, almost done. I'm sorry, I was just trying to take your temperature.
Well, give me a warning first! Doctor!
May I try one more time?
Why not use a mercury thermometer to take her temperature?
They break easily and they're not very accurate. I found this to be the most reliable method. Sorry, please try not to move, or I won't be able to get a proper reading.
They're so cold.
I'm not surprised my hands feel cold to you. Harpies have a higher body temperature than humans. 37.8 Celsius, which means your temperature is just fine.
Doctor, please. How many times must I tell you to be gentler with your younger female patients?
Doctor, are you all right? You're always so violent, you snake woman.
I don't want to hear that from you, horsewoman.
Hey, you two. Not in front of the patient, please.
So, Doctor, what kind of sickness do I have?
Well, Lily, I'd say there's no sickness at all. You're actually just molting.
Huh?
Well, you always grow new feathers when the seasons change, don't you? This is exactly the same thing. There's no sign that feather loss is due to stress, and you don't have a skin disease or external injuries. As long as you eat well and get enough rest, you'll be able to fly in no—
You're lying!
I'm not lying. You're really not sick.
That can't be true! Every time that I molted before now, I was still able to fly!
You simply happen to lose more feathers than usual this time around. It's not uncommon at all for harpies to be unable to fly when
You're
they're
wrong!
molting.
There just has to be a bigger reason why I can't fly!
Sorry, but
Forget it! Forget this examination! You dumb quack! How I wish that I'd never even met you! Now go! All of you, get out!
Illy, please try and listen.
This little bird should watch where her feet go. Now, don't you have something to say to him?
Illy, wait! That's not good.
It isn't that unusual for you to lack sensitivity, but still, I'm shocked she's so mad.
Well, harpies do tend to be overzealous when they're preoccupied with something.
The way that she was acting, there's no telling where she might go.
Yes, let's follow her.
Doctor, if you'd be so kind, allow me to handle this. Ah, there you are.
So you came alone?
You wanted a word with me, didn't you? Then just come out and say what you want instead of playing these games.
Well, the village elder told me I couldn't see you unless I got examined.
Oh, I see. So what is it you want?
You're a gladiator at the arena, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
You know, I used to go watch matches at the arena all the time. Did you know from the roof? You can watch all the matches for free?
It's fine if you don't pay, as long as you don't take up a seat in the audience.
Anyway, I want to become a gladiator just like you. You would always shine so brightly when you were competing. I never knew your name, though.
I'd thank you if you were a fan, but somehow I doubt that that's the case here.
No, I'm not your fan, but I want to be able to battle like you.
Well, the arena welcomes anyone who wants to compete, but simply idolizing the participants won't be enough to get you any—
Hey! I can do it, though. I mean, I grew up in the slums, which means I'm awesome at fighting.
Fighting, you say?
Huh?
What we do inside the arena isn't merely mindless fighting. It's about dexterity and elegant technique.
But whoever clobbers their opponent in the end wins, right?
That's incorrect. I'm saying that it's a matter of character.
Of character?
Very well then. Let's put your fighting to the test and see if it is truly good enough for the arena.
Oh, are we fighting? Hell yeah! All right, let's do this. Don't cry if you get hurt.
The first thing that gladiators need is respect. A little girl like you, who called the very doctor who saved her from slavers a quack, deserves to be raked over hot coals.
You went a bit overboard, don't you think?
Ouch! Oh boy, that really stings.
Please bear with me for a bit. Does Illy know anything about combat?
Nothing. She just used a bunch of underhanded tricks.
All the same, she still managed to claw you in the face.
Her talon only barely scratched me. Besides, in response, I made sure to give her quite the drubbing with that wooden pole.
I'm hoping this was a baseless worry. But you went easy on her, right?
Yes, of course I did. I just taught her a lesson. But I may have let my pride overcome me.
Why start a rivalry with her?
Oh, well, it simply made me furious when she spoke badly of the doctor.
Seems we have the same opinion on that. I've been trying to think of ways that I might get that Harpy girl to take some sedatives and calm down.
That's going too far, isn't it?
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, we can't just leave Illy alone. We have to do something.
Right. Well, you see... Now do you understand that what you call fighting simply isn't good enough for the arena? Forget becoming a gladiator and just live here in peace.
No, I can't stay here forever.
But why not? Everyone here's so welcoming.
Yeah, they're nice enough people, but something just feels wrong to me.
So where would you prefer to be?
I don't know. But still, I know that if I could get somewhere else, I'd...
Whatever's bothering her is something that she's going to have to resolve on her own. Illy's never made a real effort to fit in. Whenever she didn't like something, she'd just run away.
So when she said she wants to be a gladiator...
That's a convenient excuse to leave this village. Even if Illy did become one, she'd just run away again. She'd fly off and not look back.
And I'd imagine that once Illy is finished molting and able to fly again, she might actually leave this village and never return here.
But if so, who knows what'll happen? She might just be kidnapped by monster slavers again.
Oh, by the way, Doctor. I wanted to bring you this feather that she lost during our battle. I picked it up because it seemed to be rather large.
This is a Harpy flight feather.
I hope this will aid you with her examination.
If I may ask, will you two help me with something tomorrow?
Oh, of course I will. Of course I'll help too.
Thank you so much, you two. I'd like to conduct a little treasure hunt.
Aha, here's one. I made my way around the village and gathered whatever feathers I could find that matched Illy's coloring.
Thank you, Miss Thessalia. If my hypothesis is true, then maybe...
Is she ill then?
No. She's molting. I'm quite sure about that.
There's no doubt in your face, not a hint. Illy suggested that there must be a place out there where she truly belongs.
And where might that be?
Well, that I don't know. I assume it's somewhere she can find something she hasn't found here, or so she believes. Though in the end, she's just running from reality. Still, only she can really understand the anguish caused by her inability to fly. Sorry to say, all I know is how to clobber bad little girls into submission. But Doctor, with the knowledge and talent that you possess, I know you can save her. I'm sure.
Here you are, good doctor. What you asked for.
That's way too many, Safi. All of these can't possibly belong to Illy alone.
Oh, I didn't notice that. I guess I was distracted by the sound of you two gabbing the day away.
Miss Thessalia was simply helping me out with some information.
I'm so honored to hear that I was useful to you, Doctor.
Well, congratulations on that, Miss Thessalia. Although unlike you, I'm actually useful to Dr. Glenn every single day.
Come on, you two, let's not fight.
I'm going back to work.
Safi?
I wonder if Miss Safi's feeling tired. This environment isn't kind to Lamias. It's just so cold and windy here in this village. Make sure you give Miss Safi some attention as well.
Miss Thessalia. I think you're right.
Indeed.
Dr. Glenn, I have news, sir.
Did someone get hurt?
Not exactly, but we can't find Illy anywhere. She must have left the village.
Oh, that girl.
We'll go looking for her. Right away.
I've always loved flying. I could go anywhere I wanted when I could fly. As long as I could fly, life was worth living. But now... I still can't fly. And if I can't go anywhere I want to. I thought that
said if I could become a gladiator, then maybe. But I was useless against her. If only I could fly to the moon. Even if you have wings, you can't just keep on flying forever. A day will come when you're simply going to have to land. I know she's right about that. But still, where should I? Where am I supposed to go? Illy! Come out at once!
Where could she have run off to?
Doctor, I found her. Illy's over there. Oh, thank you, Safi.
How did you see her from so far away? Oh, you used your ability to see body heat.
Indeed. Now, come on, Doctor. Let's go and fetch that troublesome little harpy. Just leave me alone! I know I'm never going to be able to fly again. Just leave me be! That is not an option. You have to apologize for worrying everyone. That's not gonna happen. That's enough. Stop being so difficult. It appears she requires quite a bit of attention. Oh, great. What, now the quack's here too? There you go again, being rude to the good doctor who came here.
Illy, listen to me. My initial diagnosis wasn't entirely accurate.
If I'm sick, just tell me. I'm trapped here. If I can't go anywhere, then I don't even care what happens to me.
No, you aren't losing feathers because you're sick. You really are molting. Just take a look at this. This is one of the flight feathers that you lost. Look closely. Can you see that it's red at the base?
Yeah, what does that matter? My wings have always been red, so what?
But this color red isn't the same shade as what's on your wings. And also, your feathers we gathered from the village had other colors mixed in as well.
Hey, those are my feathers! How dare you collect them?
I apologize for not asking you, but thanks to them, now I know why you can't fly.
Illy the Harpy is not sick. Oh, so you're wondering why I didn't tell Glenn about it? Well, it wouldn't be any fun if I did. Like at the Academy, you never know when a pop quiz is suddenly going to be sprung on you. I wonder, were you able to find the right answer, Glenn?
The reason I can't fly?
It's 'cause the molt you're going through is a very special type of molting, through which you get your adult feathers.
Adult feathers?
Yes. Your wings should become a bit different from those of other harpies once it's done. The reason for that is you have phoenix blood inside of you.
The phoenix blood?
The phoenix. A legendary monster also called the immortal bird. Illy has phoenix blood in her veins. Although, having said that, I'm not trying to imply that Illy is actually a legendary monster herself. But at least she inherited the beautiful phoenix wings that everyone so admires. How did I figure that out? I'm the director here, so I know.
I'm growing my adult feathers? And I'm related to the legendary phoenix? Whoa!
You'll be able to fly again. You'll be reborn. With beautiful fiery wings again and again. I'm sure.
You mean that I'll be able to fly again? Doctor! Look here! Are they all in place? Do I look okay?
Some may need to grow in more, but they'll all grow back soon. Don't fret.
There you are, scantily clad again. A woman should always be aware of her appearance. Whatever. I want everybody to get a good look at them.
Oh, hey, just for future reference. Why were you so reluctant when I first came here to examine you?
Well, it's because I'm embarrassed by you.
Huh?
Oh, come out with it already. Fine then. It's because you saw me lay an egg before, okay? I'm gonna go show off my wings. She sure seems to be feeling better. How nice.
The Elder was pretty surprised, too. She's shocked how drastically her wings changed just because she entered adulthood.
Well, considering that she was an orphan, I'm sure that for Illy it was essentially like she'd found out a little bit about her ancestry.
I agree. You know, maybe I didn't even need to do anything after all.
That isn't true at all. Illy's a teenager now, and being told that she's about to become an adult, well, it means a great deal to someone who's that age. Look at me! There really wasn't sent us somewhere else she needed to go. As long as she's here, this is right where she belongs. In a way, it's just like the Centaurs, who abandoned the battlefield so they could start a new life. Is something the matter?
No, nothing. It just felt hot. Although, that isn't something that should happen. Well, perhaps the flames of the legendary Phoenix still burn strong inside of Illy. So, as you can see, regular bathing and brushing will keep your feathers clean and lead to a healthier lifestyle. And now, here's a demonstration. Brush from the base of your feathers to the top. Gently, like this. Make sure you don't brush too hard, otherwise you could damage your feathers.
Doctor, you're good. Really good. That feels so nice, Doctor.
Alright, and now, I'll demonstrate this technique on another...
Doctor!
Well, now we'll finally be able to return to Lindworm.
I think I've accomplished everything that I could here. Plus, we've been away from the clinic for quite a while. We ought to get back before it snows.
Ellie, please stop flying in through the window like...
Doctor! What is this stuff? I was just flying through the forest and got it all over me. It's so gross, and it tastes so bitter, too.
May I feel it? Its consistency feels like spider silk. No, wait. This is definitely silk from an arachne.
So what's that?
Monsters whose lower halves look like spiders. I'm guessing the threads they used to get around were left in the forest. It'll wash off with warm water. You should take a dip in the hot springs.
Really? Hey! Do you want to come and join me, Doctor?
You just get out of here! Wipe that stupid smirk off your face, Doctor.
I'm not smirking. I'm just happy that Illy is doing so much better now, that's all. Now I've done it.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Water?
Doctor, help! It's all over us! Please help! Do something about the sticky white stuff!
Everyone, please just calm down. It'll wash off easily with some warm water. It's just arachne silk.
So sticky.
Well then, we'll just have to get to the root of this problem. We really need to find out where this arachne is, and convince them to stop leaving their webs all over the wilderness. Thank you, Safi.
An arachne has clearly come through here. If we follow that...
It should lead us to whoever's behind this. Your clothes are made by arachnes as well, aren't they?
Yes. Apparently, it's difficult to make clothes that block light if you're not an arachne.
Some of their silk sticks, and some doesn't. It's strong and elegant, and they can use it in many different ways. Arachnes are truly talented creatures, aren't they?
Yes, but please be careful, Doctor. Though they possess many skills, what they're best at is making traps.
I'll be fine. The silk's clearly visible, so I'm not gonna walk into it.
What did I just tell you?
Sorry, my bad.
Your movements will send vibrations along the threads. They'll know something's in their trap. Oh, so it was you, Arania.
Oh, my, if it isn't my dear friend Safi. What brings you all the way out here in the mountains?
The doctor and I came up here to help out the harpies in the village.
Aha, I see. So this careless gentleman in front of me is the doctor that you're always going on about? I am charmed, Doctor. I'm Savantide's best friend, Arania Terrantera Arachnida. I'm delighted to make your acquaintance after so long.
Best friend?
The past few years, I've ordered clothes from her, and we've become rather well acquainted. Arania is the lead designer at the Lindworm location of the Loose Silk Sewing Company.
You're kidding, I've heard of them before. The Loose Silk Sewing Company? They specialize in clothing for monsters, right?
Yes, my nurse's uniform and the very clothes that she's wearing right now were all designed by Arania herself.
It's very nice to meet you. I'm Glenn Litbite.
Oh, I know. I've already gotten an earful about you from Sappy.
So, what brings you out here, Miss Arania?
Good question. I heard a rumor that there's a harpy living here in these mountains that has phoenix feathers.
Wow, that got around fast.
Never underestimate the Arachne Information Network. Oh, the awesome phoenix. The miraculous bird whose rainbow wings change color every time that they flap them. I simply must incorporate them into my next design. I have to see them for myself. So that's why I came here. I set up some traps hoping I'd run into that harpy, but...
You set traps?
Well, how else am I supposed to catch her?
Did you think the harpy was out in the wild?
Actually, she lives in the village.
Oh my stars! Why didn't anybody tell me?
Huh?
That's the legendary phoenix, huh? So there you are, sugar.
What?
Excuse me, dearie.
Who are you?
Give me a peek at those wings of yours.
Back off!
Oh, come on, show them to me.
No way!
Look, I'm begging you, pretty please. Just let me see the tips at least.
No! Get away from me! Stop chasing me! Hold you right there!
I told Arania that she had to promise me not to leave her webs all over the forest anymore. So we should see fewer cases.
Oh, really? Is this what you mean when you say fewer cases? Look at me. Just look. What are you going to do about this?
You have terrible luck, that's for sure.
This isn't about luck. Just what was that thing anyway?
That thing is my best friend.
Then you need to get yourself some better friends. How can you let somebody so dangerous run free like that?
Look, Arania really isn't a bad person. She just loses sight of everything around her when she gets excited. So I take exception to you calling her dangerous, Tassalia.
That isn't what I was trying to say. It's just that, well, how can I put this? My feminine instinct or whatever is telling me that she simply can't be trusted. She didn't seem to feel a single ounce of guilt for covering me in all of this disgusting gunk.
Now. Miss Arania just wants to take a look at Illy's wings to get inspiration for her next design, that's all.
Are you sure of that?
Whatever Arania tries to pull, Miss Tassalia, there's no need to worry when there's someone as strong as you around. Excuse me.
Hey, Sappy, wait.
It seems to me that she must be really tired. I wonder if it's because of the cold up here.
Huh? Maybe. I mean, I know that Lamias are cold-blooded and don't handle cold weather well. But she didn't seem all that tired. And she's working as fast as ever.
It could be that she's working too hard, all to impress her beloved doctor.
And I didn't even notice it.
You're a great doctor, but you can be quite dense when it comes to those closest to you.
What? Take a break?
Yes, Miss Kay and Miss Lorna wanted to invite you to go to the hot springs with them. Maybe you should go and relax a while, okay? I mean, you've been working non-stop since we arrived in this village. You ought to be able to relax, too. You can think of it as a present from me, Sappy.
So it's like you're giving me a present. Well then, I guess I have to accept.
You've got it. Wait, pushing. Wait, B. Huh?
Sappy isn't here, I take it?
So, what brings you here today?
It's my head. It feels fuzzy. Also, my joints feel like they aren't working quite right.
Let's start by taking your temperature.
All right.
Well, you don't seem to have a fever.
Oh, really?
Do you mind opening your mouth for me? I don't see anything wrong with your throat either. Well, there's nothing obvious jumping out to me. But maybe you're just coming down with a cold. Something wrong?
Oh, it's nothing. I was simply admiring the fact that a human doctor's looking after us monsters.
Oh, yes, well, I'm trying to do my best.
Goodness, I've been wondering about this doctor that Sappy's always gabbing about. But now I understand it. No wonder Sappy has the hots for you. Well, anyway, I suppose I ought to go and get myself some fresh air.
Don't stay out in the cold too long, though.
Standing around here isn't gonna cure anything either. Oh, by the way, Doctor, if you're worried, why not accompany me on my walk?
Miss Arania, how far are we going?
Who knows? As far as I feel like it.
I don't know, maybe we should head back now. You don't want to make yourself sicker. I tagged along because I was worried about her, but if she's this chipper, she'll be fine. I'm terribly sorry, but I'm gonna have to head back now.
Ta-ta. Just watch your step. I did say you ought to watch your step just a moment ago, Doctor.
When did you set this trap?
Why, as soon as we got here. I laid threads to catch you if you tried to go back. Coming here may have been smooth sailing, but you could run into a storm on the way home, you know?
So when you said that you weren't feeling well...
Oh, I lied. Now, Doctor, why don't we have a little fun?
What exactly does that mean?
Dear me, Doctor, surely you jest. I couldn't possibly say something like that out loud.
I don't really think we're quite that close yet.
Well, you're right. To be honest, I must admit I don't feel even an ounce of admiration for you.
In that case...
But then Sappy is my dear best friend, so of course I'm awful curious about this doctor that she has the hots for. I've always had this terrible habit of wanting to possess what other people have for my very own, especially when it comes to those I'm closest to. Oh, but it's not as if I want to steal you away from her or anything. I just want to share you so that the two of us can match. Know what I mean? Like matching clothes, matching lovers.
I'm a doctor, and Sappy is just my assistant. The two of us aren't actually dating.
Indeed. And Sappy probably cares too much about you to make a move and put you on the spot. But tell me, Doctor, what do you think would happen if I were to ravish you here and now?
You'd probably upset Sappy.
That's right. And even more than that, I bet she'd outright panic. Oh, dear me, what will I do? My precious doctor's gonna be stolen away by my best friend. I can just imagine her saying that as she throws herself at you. Then Sappy and I will be connected through you. Oh, which means that she'd never be able to escape me.
That's kinda insane.
I know. Thing is, Doctor, that insanity is what makes me so creative. It produces some of the best fashion this world has ever laid eyes on. Now then, Doctor, leave it all to me. Divine punishment!
Miss Thessalia, what are you doing out here?
I followed you two. That must have been a harrowing experience.
Well, look who showed up if it isn't the Scythia family heiress. I could have sworn that I set traps so you couldn't follow us.
And I simply cut all of them down with this sword that Kay lent to me. Also, I heard everything that you said. Ravishing the doctor over your warped view of friendship and fashion? As if I'd ever allow such an act of aggression to take place.
I must say, I hate conflicts like these. How about you just sit this one out, Sugar? After all, it has nothing to do with you.
Oh, but it absolutely does. After all, the good doctor is set to court me, and ultimately to take over the Scythia Empire.
So you're just trying to do the same thing as me.
You think that we're alike. So what's your reasoning?
I'm doing this for friendship and for my work. And you're doing all this to make the doctor the heir to your business empire. See, we both are the same.
No, we are not. I mean, yes, I do want someone to take on the Scythia name, but I truly love the doctor.
You sure about that? Are you sure you just didn't imagine it? All because he simply happened to appear in front of you as the perfect candidate to become the heir?
But that's not true.
If your family business has nothing to do with it, then why not just elope with him?
But that's, I have a responsibility as the heiress to the Scythia family business. I could never ever do that to Kay and Lorna.
Seems we are the same after all.
We are not, because you're,
Miss Thessalia?
You're just so annoying.
That was so dangerous.
hurt each other. But what should I...
I can't breathe. The both of you, really. I can't believe you talking nonsense about my doctor. The two of you going on about how you love him or don't love him. I don't want to hear it. You're both clueless. You need to listen up. Understand the good Dr. Glenn here has no time to waste on courtship or love. He has much more important things to do.
Lamias don't have tear ducts. But just because you can't cry doesn't mean that you aren't suffering. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it sooner. Safi.
Dr. Glenn? Good doctor!
I'm so sorry. Really.
It's okay. I know you didn't do it on purpose. Not sure there's a point apologizing while you're drinking.
How could I possibly deal with all this without drinking?
Safi, did you know that she was plotting something like this?
Well, she is my best friend. And knowing what I know about her personality, I figured something like this was bound to happen eventually.
Oh, I understand.
Doctor, I love you so much. And yet rivals just keep on showing up. To be honest, I don't actually care if Arania tries to steal you from me. Because I know she's not really serious. Even if you two were to connect physically, your hearts never would. But that's not the case with Miss Tesalia. She's just a bit clumsy when it comes to love, but she's very earnest. I'm scared. I'm scared that someone will steal you away from me someday. Doctor?
Safi?
Yes?
We have our clinic right now. But there are a lot of things I don't know about the future. Still, when it comes to people I'd share a drink with like this, Safi, you're the only one.
Oh. Don't say stuff like that. Don't tease me that way.
No! Wait!
What's up with them?
Oh, I think it's because you said something super cheesy.
This tremor may have been caused by the giant's rage. You see, long ago, giants known as Gigas destroyed everything in their path, and the enraged gods sealed them away in the Viver Mountains. In spite of that, their everlasting strength endures even today. According to the legends, nearly 300 years ago, our people failed to make a sacrificial offering to them, so a giant appeared and nearly destroyed our village. Recently, I sent some men to scout the area, and they reported back saying that something far bigger than any man was heading towards this village. The men I'd sent out to surveil the mountain earlier just came back and said the giant god is drawing ever closer to our village.
There is a race of monsters that's been given the name of giants, but...
We gotta get out of here fast! Where should we all go?
Some of us aren't able to fly.
Is the giant really coming here?
Did we upset them somehow?
Cursed!
Everyone, please! We need to...
Hear me! This village is facing a crisis. But still, you must all remain calm now. First, Illy.
What is it?
Go to Lindworm. Tell Lady Scotty about what's transpiring here. You're the best candidate because she knows you.
Sure, leave it to me.
Those of you who can fly, prepare to head to Lindworm. Hey, and Lorna, go prepare the carriage.
Yes, my lady.
You, Spider-Woman. Are you planning on helping or what?
Sure, I'd be happy to do whatever I can, darling.
Thanks so much. All right, please use your silk to help pack everyone's things.
Miss Tesalia's amazing.
She's very clear with her orders.
Now, as for you, good doctor,
Oh, yes, ma'am?
please take care of the harpies who aren't able to fly. I'm afraid the carriage can only hold so many. Those who can need to find their own way down the mountain.
I understand.
All right, move out, everyone.
be able to fly, but you should be able to walk down the mountain just fine.
Thank you so much, Doctor.
Dr. Glenn? She was the last patient that we had. We ought to start gathering our things, too.
It appears that Miss Arania has been helping out as well.
She really isn't all that bad.
We're doomed if we have to face off against a giant god. Let's get going.
Everyone's already begun evacuating.
Is something the matter?
It's just... Did you happen to see Miss Tesalia on our way here?
No, now that you mention it, she's not here either. Huh.
I can't imagine she would, but...
Maybe I should have at least told the good doctor what I was planning to do. But if I did, I'm sure that he would have tried to stop me. After all, trying to stall a giant god by fighting it alone is... But some people won't have time to escape before it arrives. Someone must be a shield to let the rest get away. And the only one truly suitable to take up the lance would be me, even if I'm not really a match for the giant god. I know what I should do. If I somehow survive this, then I'll propose to the good doctor.
Hey, give the creepy laughter a rest.
Oh? Wait, Miss Safi? What are you doing here? And what is that fluffy thing you're wearing? I'm completely freezing. So I had Arania make this warm coat for me. More importantly, are you actually planning on facing the giant god by yourself? Of course I am. After all, that's my job as a leader.
You know, your ears are shaking. The body doesn't tell lies. You're really scared.
Look, I've already made up my mind.
I'm not surprised you'd say that. But if you're determined to risk your life fighting, as your doctor, I can't stand idly by.
No, not you too, Doctor. This is the entire reason why I didn't tell anyone that I was coming out here. No matter what, you cannot stop me. Someone has to go and stall that giant.
That's why we've come to help you out.
Help me? You mean you didn't come here to stop me?
It isn't as if our little horsey would listen to us even if we had.
Doing this could mean dying. That's why I'm better off going alone.
And what if you're not able to stop the giant god and we all get trampled anyway?
So that's really why you want to tag along. How amusing. Well, all I need you to do is to get the good doctor down this mountain safely.
Calm down, you two. Listen, I think I've come up with an idea.
Are you certain about this?
I'm sure of it. I'll convince the giant god to stay far away from the village.
Running away from situations like these would be out of character for the doctor. I assure you, he's more stubborn than we are.
But Doctor...
Between the three of us, we're not really the types to run away. Be that as it may, I think we're better off facing the giant god together.
So what do you say, Tesalia?
All right, let's do it, Safi. The good doctor is someone I want to support. So if you insist, then I'll follow your lead. Although, if just talking doesn't work...
Agreed. We'll handle it if it comes to that. I bet this poison will have an effect, even on a giant.
Once the poison weakens it, that's when I'll move in and strike it. Will that work?
Sounds like a plan.
It's getting close.
Come on, you two. Let's get going.
Safi, you okay? Lady Goddess, I'd like to speak with you. The people of the nearby village are frightened by you coming down the mountain. If something we've done has angered you, then please, tell us what it is. What the?
Good doctor? Excuse me. I heard that there is a doctor down here in the village. I was really hoping that they could examine me and find out what's wrong with me.
Examine you?
A giant god is coming. That's just fairy tale stuff. You must have had a nightmare.
No, I'm telling you, it's on its way to our village right now. There's no need to worry. The giant goddess from the mountains is quite harmless. Her name is Dione Nephilim.
Oh, so this is what an exam's like?
Okay, could you please stick out your tongue for me? Oh my. Oh.
Doctor! Please be careful up there! You're already working on very little sleep!
I'm okay, Safi.
I'm sorry about that.
It's all right. Let's continue the exam. You can go ahead and close your mouth. It looks like you have a cold, and a fever as well. Do you remember when you first started feeling sick?
Let me think. About 10 years ago?
Oh. So then, right around the time when Lindworm became the city it is today.
That's right, which was also about the time little Scotty visited me.
Lady Scotty?
Back then, I thought that I might get better if I simply got a little extra sleep. But that didn't solve things.
Well, I'll prepare some medicine for you. Thank you for the catch.
No problem. I'm glad I could help.
It seems their breasts are soft, just like a human's. Yeah, this might prove difficult to climb out of. Thanks again.
Oh, oops.
I'm gonna die.
Lady Goddess! So hey, where do you usually hang out?
Up there at the summit of the mountain.
It must have taken you a long time to get all the way down to the village.
Boy, did you scare us. We thought we were having an earthquake.
I'm sorry about that. I was just trying to be super careful so I didn't squish any of the animals in the forest. So I really took my time getting here.
Aw, it must be rough not being able to fly. We just gave her normal cold medicine made from some herbal extracts. Do you think that will work on her?
Yes, it should work. She might be a giant, but in the end, that basically just means that she's a bigger monster.
I must apologize for all the fuss. Heavens, I had no idea that Lady Giant Goddess was so kind.
Do you think that the legend about a giant attacking the village was just a mistake then?
I do. I guess back then she was only trying to visit the village like this time. I'm not quite sure how the legend got it so wrong.
Although, just in case, we should probably make sure she doesn't get a cold again, so that she doesn't try to come back here. Maybe if we can get her heavier clothes so she can stay warm.
Hey, wait! I know just who could help with that.
I get to make clothes for a giant goddess? That's a fashion designer's dream come true! But all of this just won't be enough. With what I've got, I could barely make a hat for her.
Please, use this. You can have this too.
Thanks! thank you. With this, I'll be able to make shoes as well. Oh, I'm just itching to get started.
All right, we're all counting on you.
Right, got it. Meanwhile, we'll tend to the Lady Goddess's hair.
I've caused you all so much trouble, and yet you all did such nice things for me.
Please make sure you stay in the village and recuperate until you feel all better.
Now that that's all settled, we can finally head back home. We really need to reopen the clinic soon.
Yes, things have been busy, but I'm glad everything worked out.
Hey, Doctor!
Illy,
The Central Council sent a letter.
a letter? Why do you have it?
Well, you see.
So, Illy tells me she's working at Scythia Transportation. She came by to the clinic to deliver my invitation to the Marrow Waterways commemoration ceremony.
Oh, yes, indeed. I've hired her to work as one of Scythia's aerial messengers.
That sounds like the perfect job for Illy, since she loves to fly so much.
I know. It's nice to see how much she's calmed down because she has something to do.
Since I invited you, dinner's on me. So please, eat as much as you'd like.
Oh, are you sure?
Of course. We put you through so much while we were at the Harpies village, after all. You also helped us take care of Illy.
Oh, please, doing that wasn't any trouble at all.
There was also the incident with Miss Arania.
No, she was definitely trouble.
Not to mention when we heard the giant goddess was coming and everyone panicked. You were ready to face her head on with only your lance. That sure surprised me. You have to have very strong determination to...
Yes, exactly! I was out there risking my life for you! Pardon me. But all the same, it's true that I was prepared to die when I went to face the giant goddess. And yet, she only had a little cold and just wanted you to examine her.
Yeah, well, at least everything turned out okay, right?
Yes, of course. Absolutely. But still...
You must be quite embarrassed now after all your posturing before, Tassalia.
And you! Stop being so right all the time! I said that you could observe our date, but I never said that you could interrupt!
Just what do you mean by date?
Exactly what it sounds like. The good doctor personally invited me out tonight.
I don't think I said anything about a date.
Look, Tassalia, it may not sound like it, but I'm praising you.
I'm sorry, you're what now?
The courage it took to face a giant goddess all alone is admirable. Frankly, I doubt that I would have been able to do the same. I have great respect for you.
In that case, couldn't you just let me enjoy my dinner with the good doctor in peace?
And that's the reason why I need to watch very carefully so that Dr. Glenn doesn't fall for you, considering how charming and admirable you are, Tassalia.
Look, if you're admitting defeat, then just say so. My dear Sapphi.
I have no intention of losing, Tassalia.
Seems like you two are getting along better now, doesn't it?
No, we absolutely are not.
Oh, hello. Lady Scotty, Miss Kunai.
Ah, Dr. Glenn. You're here.
Thank you very much for inviting us to the Marrow Waterways commemoration ceremony. It's an honor.
Doctor!
Oh. Lulala. And Miss Arania.
What are you doing here?
We're having Miss Arania design the outfits for the mermaids who'll be singing at the ceremony.
Maybe I should add a few more frills to this.
She's doing a final costume check now. She's proving quite popular with the mermaids because she's so thorough and dedicated.
Look, you guys, aren't these designs cute?
Hey, stop squirming and sit still.
Okay.
Lady Draconis is very happy that this special day was made possible, thanks to the help of so many caring people. She's also pleased with all your work. You've done quite an admirable job of keeping everyone healthy.
I'm honored, Lady Scotty.
That empty chair. Must be Lady Cthulhu's seat. Is she playing hooky again?
Well, you know her. She's always busy.
And now, Lady Draconis will say a few words to everyone. 10 years ago, when this fortress city was founded, I gave it the name of Lindworm. It's the name of a dragon, soaring through the sky. There has been some gossip that the reason I named the city that is because I intended to take it over. But that rumor is absolutely false. This is a city where humans and monsters live side by side. Conflicts are bound to occur. But by having dragon as part of the city's name, I hoped that the city's namesake dragon would protect this place, no matter what might happen. I don't mean me. I hoped we would receive protection from my ancestor, who lives far above in the heavens. And therefore, I shall... Whoa! Lady Draconis! Oh no! Lady Draconis!
It seems the chaos of this afternoon has finally settled down.
Yes, since Lady Scotty is the central figure in this city, everyone was concerned.
It's really been quite a long time since we've been back here.
Yeah, I guess we haven't been back since opening up the clinic.
But there's something that I don't understand. You were the first one to come to her aid, and yet now, no one will tell you how Lady Scotty is doing.
It's not surprising. Her primary physician is Dr. Cthulhi, and she isn't obligated to tell us anything. Whatever the case, that's the reason we've come here to talk to her now.
I must remind you, reuniting with that Octo-woman, Lady Cthulhi, is no excuse to get ahead of yourself.
I know. She's not interested in me anymore anyway. I'm sure she's far too busy with work for that. Doctor, are you here? Saventide and I have come to see you.
Enter. Glenn! I'm so happy that you've come.
I'm glad to see you're doing so well. You haven't changed.
Lady Cthulhi, you are the worst mentor. Would you kindly unwrap your filthy tentacles from around him right now?
Oh my, you're here too, Saventide. You can leave now.
That's absolutely not gonna happen.
Sappy?
Glenn, dear, you look older to me.
Sorry, I what?
Oh, I've missed you, my sweet and yet sassy little students.
Yes, it really has been quite a long time, hasn't it? I see that despite your rather advanced age, you still aren't able to keep your tentacles off of young men.
I can see that you're just as sharp-tongued and riddled with jealousy as you ever were, Saventide.
If only someone would stop meddling, I believe my jealousy would be under control without a problem at all.
Thank you for helping Scotty earlier. I was able to treat her right away because you two arrived on the scene so quickly. I couldn't attend the ceremony myself.
You mean you couldn't be bothered to make the trip?
Doctor, what exactly is ailing Lady Scotty?
It's quite serious. As her primary physician, I can't reveal all the details. But I've never heard of another case quite like it. It's a very rare illness.
A rare illness?
It's already spread throughout her entire body. It's a miracle she's never collapsed in public before. She's experiencing extreme changes in her blood pressure that could lead to coronary failure.
You mean it's her heart?
Dragons are very difficult to treat. Even when they have an illness that would kill other monsters, they stay alive because they're so highly resilient. Though that only causes them to suffer longer. Of course, she's a dragon with a rare disease. This won't be very easy to cure. Even I will have my work cut out for me. This time it was only a sudden drop in blood pressure, so with rest and some nourishment, she'll wake up soon enough. But to cure her, we'll have to get to the root of the problem.
So, are you saying you're not sure what's causing it?
No, Glenn, that's the easy part. It's obvious. Look, you two, just head back to your clinic. There's not much I can do for now. Not unless Scotty ends up changing her mind, that is.
And just what do you mean by that?
The biggest problem right now is that Scotty simply has no interest in getting better. She's stubborn. I've told you too much already. Now go home.
It seems even Dr. Cthulhi is going to have her hands full. Although, with all those tentacles, I guess she has enough hands to go around.
Safi, the patient doesn't want to get better.
Yes, it's true. Lady Draconis is saying she doesn't want treatment. And Lady Cthulhi has stated that she'll respect her wishes. She's sick, but she won't go to the hospital or get treatment. And tomorrow she resumes her duties as representative. There's no way this should be allowed to happen.
You're probably right. Knowing Dr. Cthulhi, she won't push to treat a patient if it's against their will. That's just her way of doing things as a doctor.
I know that she may be your mentor, but you two are very different.
Well, I did gain all my knowledge and technique under her study. The science always came first for her.
The two of them are very old friends. They must understand each other very well, but still. I simply must repay her for taking me in. There's no way I can just stand idly by as Lady Draconess suffers. Even if I end up having to defy her will,
I figured that you might say something like that, Miss Kunai. That's the reason why you came here today, isn't it?
Indeed. What I'd really like is for you to treat Lady Draconess's illness. Although doing so might mean that you'd have to overstep your bounds with Lady Cthulhi.
Don't worry, she's not the type to get upset over things like that. But first, we have to do an exam.
I will make the arrangements, but you're going to need to visit Lady Draconess's bedchamber back at the council.
Her bedchamber? Her bedroom? Now wait just a moment. Are you suggesting that our Dr. Glenn should go sneaking into Lady Scotty's bedroom?
Well, otherwise they'd be likely to draw people's attention. Besides, the exam will be easier if she's wearing less clothes. Just removing her robe and veil will be challenging for the doctor.
Are you telling me that you're going to sneak into the bedroom of Lady Scotty, a woman who looks like a child, and then you're going to undress her?
Safi, there's no reason to worry. After all, I've been to patients' homes many times before.
Yes, of course. You have done that before. And it's just an exam. That's all it is. Just his job. It's certainly not a tryst. But wait, this is still...
Though I must say, Doctor, if you're going to be examining her heart, you should be prepared for it. I could never have imagined I'd see anything like it.
What do you mean?
I've explained the situation to the guards. I haven't actually told Lady Draconess about this yet, but I don't think that she will refuse the exam.
Well, let's hope so.
Sorry, but I need Dr. Glenn to go on his own from here.
I'm going in too. Especially if you aren't going to go with him, Miss Kunai.
I'm going to need you to wait here outside with me, Miss Saphentite, but I'll jump in if something happens. Do you understand, Dr. Glenn?
Yes. All right, I'll head in. Lady Scotty?
What are you doing here, Doctor?
Miss Kunai asked me to come here, to give you an examination.
Oh, I've caused Kunai more trouble. I've made her worry about me. It always seems that I can do so little for those around me. Dr. Glenn, I'll overlook the fact that Kunai snuck off to your clinic, but I will have to scold her for what she did. Yet since you were determined enough to come here, I'm willing to go along with her wishes.
Then...
Yes, you may examine me. Although, I'm quite certain you won't be able to cure me.
It's a very rare illness.
I could never have imagined I'd see anything like it.
Even if the blue color is due to the hue of Lady Scotty's blood, this is... Is it all right with you if I touch it?
You may proceed. Cthulhi's diagnosis is that it's a malignant tumor.
Then it's not actually a heart, it just resembles one?
That's right. It appears that it's slowly taking over all the blood vessels in my body. It's taken root, and now it's actually changing the very way that my blood circulates. So that means it's as if I currently have two hearts.
That must put an extreme amount of stress on her body. If she were a human or a normal monster, she'd be dead by now.
Something like this was bound to happen. I am reaping the fate I've sown. You see, Dr. Glenn, dragons simply don't belong here on Earth. Long ago, my ancestors came down here from their home near the realm of the gods. They were affected by the Earth's miasma, and that changed their physical forms. Some lost their arms and Others just lost their arms and became wyverns. Some in the East underwent an even greater transformation. And some, like myself, developed a resemblance to humans. I can never return to my former fire drake form. So much blood was shed because of the terrible war between humans and monsters. All those impurities must be stored in here. I'm sure that's what's causing this illness. Dr. Glenn?
Sorry, almost done. I doubt this is about impurities or the Great War. If this is a tumor, we should be able to track down the medical cause for it.
That's why, Dr. Glenn, I have no intention of accepting treatment.
Even so, I still want to help. Your scales seem...
That tickles.
They're stiff. If her tumor and veins are made from the same material as her scales, then it'll be difficult for a normal suture needle to even get through.
Oh,
Excuse me. I need to examine this, too.
But that's...
Your tail is a different color. At the ceremony, I noticed it was drooping. You must have forced yourself to attend.
My body uses my tail to store up nutrients. Now that I'm ill, my tail is changed. It's become thinner and hangs down further. How long do you have to...
Sorry, just a little longer.
My tail is very sensitive.
But I've seen you fight with it before.
No, don't touch that close to the base. No, please, no. My wings are very sensitive.
I'm sorry. I just want to make sure nothing else is wrong.
No, I can't. Dr. Glenn, please listen.
What's going on in here? I heard Lady Draken is crying through the door. What in the world did you... Oh.
I was wondering what was taking so long in here. Well, Doctor, you still going to claim you're examining her heart? Really?
Huh? No,
Relax, I'll be kind. I'll love up your head so you won't feel a thing.
Wait, what?
Maybe death will finally cure your infidelity.
Wait a moment, Kunai. I'm fine, really. I'm just fine.
Lady Draconus.
We are done here. The exam's over. I'm going to go lie down.
Oh. So, what exactly is it that you want from me?
It's about Lady Scotty's surgery. I'd like to get your help with it.
Well, if you went through all the trouble of examining her, I'll just leave the rest to you and Safentide.
As I'm sure you're aware, her tumor is connecting itself to the major veins in her body and taking over her circulation. Therefore, to avoid a massive hemorrhage, after we sever those connections to her blood vessels, we'll need to reattach her veins to her actual heart immediately. To limit the stress to the patient, we'll need to be fast and have as many hands as possible. Since you have arms and tentacles, you can make this operation possible. Doctor, I'm asking you to please help.
C-. So, Glenn, did you get your patient to agree to this?
I was just about to do that.
Come back after you've convinced her.
And if I'm able to do that, then will you help me?
Dr. Glenn, I'm sure that Lady Cthulhu has her own reasons for not...
I am certain I can convince Lady Scotty. That's why I'm asking you now.
You make it sound so simple, you foolish novice. Glenn, you must realize how difficult Scotty's surgery will be. You do, right?
Yes, of course.
It's no ordinary tumor. A heart-shaped parasite that's currently attached to her chest has already infiltrated and now controls over 100 of her veins. Are you implying you'd be able to take care of all of them?
Yes, I can, but only with your help.
If I could have, I already would have. Scotty doesn't want to be treated. She's behaving selfishly, saying that all she wants to do is find a quiet place to die. I've tried convincing her so many times, and yet, that stubborn, accursed dragon girl... Glenn, you really believe you can convince her?
Yes, I do.
Why do you insist on going so far? You haven't even known Scotty that long.
You're right, I don't know her.
Then why do it?
Because no one wants to save Lady Scotty more than you do, Doctor. She's your patient. I know you're the most motivated to try. That's why I came here to see you. So that you and I could save Lady Scotty together.
Oh, the two of you.
What? Again? Wait, me too?
The both of you truly have matured so much.
I'm still young, thank you very much.
Oh no, you've definitely aged. I can hardly believe how much you've grown since the days I taught you at the academy.
Doctor.
Lady Cthulhu, careful where you're touching.
Poor Saphentite. I realize that I've caused you trouble, and Glenn's so young and reckless, I'm sure he's done so as well.
Wait, what do you think you're doing?
What am I doing? I'm praising you, of course. But Glenn, you do realize that even if we're allowed to do the surgery, everything isn't just going to be smooth sailing. There'll be plenty of problems.
Yes. I'll have Safi focus on the anesthesia. As for the procedure, I'll have someone else assist me.
We don't have much time to find all the people that we'll need. There's no one at this hospital who's able to match your skill level right now. One more. We just need to find one more capable person. Not even a doctor. Just someone who's used to using thread and is good with their hands. Someone who can match their rhythm with mine.
But who can meet all those requirements?
I think I may know someone.
Huh?
I don't think that she has any medical knowledge, and there are parts of her personality I still don't get. But she has the skills we need.
Doctor, you don't mean... I humbly decline. That's just too much to ask. I am not comfortable with that.
I've reviewed the situation thoroughly, and I've concluded that you would be perfect for the job.
Easy for you to say, Sugar. I heard that he's a doctor.
Oh, he's cute.
Humans are so easy to catch, and they're timid and submissive, so they're the perfect partners for marriage.
Just ignore them, Sappy dear. After working all day, they're a bit randy. There's no need for you to get riled up over nothing. I'm not riled up. It's so adorable how you get jealous over the tiniest things.
Miss Aranya, please help. We'll be there to guide you through every step of the surgery. I'll take responsibility if anything happens.
Sure you say that, but if I fail, what will all the people in town think of me? I might survive, but I'd be bringing trouble to this fine company.
Well,
I'm awfully sorry, but I'm afraid you're gonna have to find someone else to handle that.
You sure, Aranya?
Who?
You know, until the surgery, you'd be staying with us over at the clinic, and as a member of the clinic staff, you'd be wearing this nurse's uniform. So, we'd be matching. See?
Huh?
I'll do it. Well, I humbly accept.
What?
We have a deal. I think she was mostly putting up a front. She was planning on agreeing to help right from the start.
Oh?
Although I don't think all of it was a front. I just mean that she may have an ulterior motive, so we ought to be on our guard.
Well, even if she does, she'll be a big help. That being said, Dr. Cthulhu is correct. We have lots to do before the surgery. Convincing Lady Scotty, also figuring out a precise plan of action.
We'll have to teach Aranya a few things, and keep up our usual duties at the clinic. We've really signed up for a very difficult task here.
Safi, sorry if this is causing you trouble.
Oh no, I'll always be here to help you no matter what you may decide, Dr. Glenn.
Thank you, Safi.
Good morning, Lady Draconess. How are you feeling today?
Still the same.
Lady Draconess, please agree to the surgery. Lady Cthulhu is trustworthy. That goes without saying, but so is Dr. Glenn. I'm sure he'll...
It's all right, Kunai. You see, all this is simply my fate.
Hello there. Hey there, Maymay.
It's human!
Oh, it's just you, Dr. Glenn.
I'm sorry. Guess I startled you, huh?
Just a little bit. It just still shocks me when I see someone who has two eyes.
Yes, I imagine so. Although, biologically speaking, it's rarer to find someone with only one eye.
Oh, right. I'm sure Cyclopes must be pretty scary. This is quite unusual. I mean, you rarely come all the way out here to the workshop.
I need to talk to the boss about making something for me. And how have you been doing, Mei Mei?
Not great. This job is hard on my back and my shoulders, and this dark circle around my eye looks bad because I'm so very pale. You were about to tell me I look sick, right?
No, I would never say that.
It's just how my life goes. I walk into people all the time. It's amazing I haven't been run over by a carriage.
Well, Cyclopes do tend to have problems with depth perception. So be careful.
I know! I'm not a dummy!
Whoa, are you okay?
Too close, you're too close!
A loincloth?
I can't believe you saw that! Now I can never get married! Not that anyone would ever want to marry me anyway.
You should probably watch where you're going.
Boss, you got a visitor.
Oh, hello there, Doc. Wasn't expecting you. Didn't I already deliver this month's order of tools?
About that.
Huh. Performing surgery on Lady Draconis, huh?
Yes. Dr. Cthulhi and I will perform the operation, as a team. However, we need tools that we can use for the surgery, so...
We'll have to gather materials, and they're not cheap. We're gonna need some time, too.
Don't worry about the cost. The Central Hospital will cover it. As for the time frame, we'd like it within a month at the latest.
A month, eh? Very well, then. I'll do it.
Really?
Yeah, I'll stake my pride as a Cyclops on this. Although, I can't make promises about the needles. It won't be easy to make something as small as a suture needle that's strong enough to get through dragon scales. I can't guarantee we'll achieve that by your deadline.
But you will try, right?
Of course we will. I'll put one of my best workers on it. But still, I don't want to make you any promises.
Please just try.
Mei Mei, you want to make the needles?
You want me to do it?
Yeah, they're small, but I think it'll be a good challenge for you.
No way! I can't do that, boss! Someone like me make something so important?
Oh, come on now. I think you're ready to handle making something all on your own.
Yeah, so you say, but I know what you really want, to be able to put all the blame on me when the surgery fails, right? And once it does, because of my bad needles, the city will be thrown into total chaos, and the tabloids will expose my private life, which means I'll have to move out of the city.
Boy, you really don't know how to think positive, do you? Stop your yapping. You can do this.
But
It's up to you, Mei Mei.
Oh no, not you too, Dr. Glenn.
What in the world? My goodness, what is all this mess?
You're being too rough. Dr. Glenn does a far superior job.
Well, what did you expect? I'm still an amateur at this, you know.
Although, I never ever expected to find you working here. I thought it was just some kind of joke.
This is too important to be a joke. I have to say, I'm starting to regret ever agreeing to this.
Listen, you just have to try your best. Now here, I brought you some water.
Sappy, I am plumb tired, but I don't need water. Get me some booze.
Forget it. No alcohol for a while.
You're so harsh.
Oh, Dr. Glenn, about Lady Draconis' decision. I'm afraid that she's still being stubborn. I keep trying to convince her, but she seems quite reluctant about having the surgery.
I'm not surprised.
Why is she so against having it anyway?
She says it's her fate, that it's just her time to go. Lady Draconis despises the history of violence between humans and monsters. She gave her all to establish this city so everyone could live in peace. She believes that it was her life's mission to do so. And now, Lindworm has grown into one of the largest cities on this continent. So she feels that her mission is complete, and that if she's fated to die, it may as well be of this illness.
Nevertheless, we have to keep trying to persuade her. I'll come along with you the next time.
That sounds good. If we keep trying, eventually she'll come around.
Think so? If you all just keep saying the same thing to her, well then she just might start shutting you out even more. Twisting threads together makes them stronger, but it also makes them harder to use. The harder you push, the more resistance you get. Sometimes you gotta step back.
So then, what should we do?
If the front won't work, just add some color and come at it from the back. You're quite the expert at that, aren't you, Doctor?
Huh? No, I don't have experience with...
What are you talking about? My goodness, just look at how red you make Sappy's face all the time. How do you make her so red?
Aronia!
See? She turned red.
Get back here right now!
It looks like they got you there. Wouldn't you agree, Doctor?
Yeah, hilarious. Really.
If you still have a sense of humor, you're fine.
Come on, stop laughing. It's not funny.
Ugh, it's always so hot in this place.
You Now, you really shouldn't be chewing your tentacles, Doctor.
It just helps me to stay calm. Want a bite, Glenn?
You probably shouldn't be asking others to bite them either.
Sorry for the wait. These are the final prototypes for the surgical tools that you requested. Please, have a look.
Oh.
Wow, it's very sharp. I really like it.
Please don't cut off parts of your own tentacles to test that.
This should be able to cut through dragon scales. So go ahead and make more.
Just leave it to us. We'll get those tools to you on time.
What are these?
Oh, those are needles, but they're not finalized. May's been trying a whole bunch of designs, but she can't quite get them to meet your requirements. She's been spending all her time in the drafting room. I could try to give her some ideas for how to make the needles work, but really I'd like her to handle this on her own. I just want her to gain some confidence in herself.
Yes, I agree. If it's possible, I would really like to have her make them as well.
You must be fast, bold, and yet careful when making your incision.
Right.
The fluid from the tissue is oozing out. Go any slower and your patient will die.
Right. Now that I think about it, my very first surgery was a pretty serious situation, too.
What's up, Glenn? Did you finally realize just how beautiful I am?
No. I was just thinking about how hard you were on us.
I wish you wouldn't use the past tense. I'm still hard on you even now. Would you like a bite?
No, thank you.
This won't do either. This just isn't working. I need to think of some other way to approach this. Way to make it strong enough and easy to reproduce.
Illy, we told you to deliver letters through the front.
There's no time for that! Urgent message from the Kukla workshop! They said a girl named Maymay suddenly collapsed there!
Maymay!
Oh, Doctor! I came to see how things were going in here, and I found her like this.
Please, just stay calm. I'll check on her. She's breathing. Good. Now, Maymay, can you hear me?
Her pulse is weak, but it's there.
I need to make it easier for her to breathe. Safi.
Right.
Doctor, is Maymay sick or something?
Nothing I'm seeing indicates illness. But given how hot it gets in here, it could very well be heat stroke. For now, let's get her someplace cool to rest. Think you can carry her to the clinic for me?
Sure. Leave it to us. We'll get a stretcher.
Needles. Oh, I have to make the needles. What I've always wanted to be is an artisan. Now that there's no more fighting, I wanted to make peaceful things. Something other than axes and knives, which just remind us of the war. The boss and the others felt the same way. And that's when she came along.
I've been told that you Cyclopes were once well known for making weapons, but now the Central Hospital would like you to make medical tools instead. I'm sure the techniques you've honed making weapons will be useful. But this time, the tools you make will be used to save lives. I promise you that your skills will save many more lives than those that were lost amid all the bloodshed of the war.
She was able to shake us to our cores with just her words. Someday, I want to be an artisan who will be needed by others. That's how I felt. I waited so long for the chance to do a job that could help her, for the day when I could save someone. Wait, where am I?
You're awake, huh?
Huh? Oh, doctor. I shouldn't be lying down like this.
No, stay put. You need to get more rest.
I feel so nauseous, doctor.
There. You'll be okay.
Oh my, you sound so kind. He never sounds quite that nice when he talks to us. But then again, Maymay is such a hard worker, so it makes sense that he'd like her. Hey, I work hard too. Yes, but you also drink as well. What's that got to do with it?
Doctor, what happened to me? How did I wind up here at your clinic?
You collapsed at the workshop.
Wait, I did? But why?
Well, that's what we're hoping to find out.
Huh?
Oh, sorry. It was an emergency, so I had to cut open your top. I can cover the cost.
That isn't what's the problem here. You saw me. Not just my underwear this time, but my chest, too.
Underwear? What does she mean by that, Doctor?
It's nothing. It happened a while back, and I...
Here, go ahead and use this. I made it quickly, but it ought to fit her perfectly.
Oh, thank you, Arania.
Think nothing of it, sugar. Let me know the next time you want another gothic Lolita outfit.
Hey, that was supposed to be a secret.
Oh my, so sorry. And my dear doctor, if you ever cut open a girl's top, show more consideration. Clothes are everything for a lady.
Keep that in mind. Not to worry. We're almost finished.
Should we get her some eye drops, Doctor?
No, her eye isn't the issue. Instead, can you prepare herbs to calm her nerves?
Yes, right away.
So, what kind of ailment does she have?
She's not actually sick. Mayme's just a bit tipsy.
Huh? Tipsy? Maymay, were you drinking, girl?
Of course not, I wasn't.
No, she wasn't intoxicated. It's something more like motion sickness.
Motion sickness? What?
Cyclopes have excellent eyesight, and partly because of that, the semicircular canals in their ears that sense spinning or movement can become stressed quite easily.
I feel sick.
I'm great.
Riding in a carriage, staring at a water wheel, or even something such as repetitive back and forth or up and down movement can cause stress to the canals, making you feel as if things are spinning, causing hazy vision or even hallucinations.
But I thought she was in the workshop when it happened. I don't think there are any carriages or water wheels in there.
Exactly. Maymay, do you remember what you were looking at in the drafting room?
Here you go. Oh, thank you very much. Let's see. I was working on making needles. They're new needles, so they have to be made in a whole different way. I just wanted to use this chance to show you all what I could do. But I'm just a failure of a Cyclops, and I can't ever seem to do anything right. But I tried. I really did work super hard this time.
All right. Let's head over there.
I am really sorry about all this, boss. I passed out, causing so much trouble for everyone.
Okay. It's all right as long as you're better now. Plus, I'm the one who pushed you too hard. Doctor, thanks for your help. I'll take over, and personally make sure that those needles get done.
No, please, boss. I believe that Maymay already has the needles all figured out.
You do?
This machine, it's what helped me out.
A spinning wheel?
Yes. At first, I was just molding iron into needles and trying to strengthen it. But it still wasn't strong enough to get through dragon scales. I changed the ingredients and tried other things, but the stronger ones were too complicated to make, so we couldn't produce them in bulk.
Yes, I figured that was the case.
And that's how I thought of using this machine. It rotates and stretches the materials put into it, which means that we can stretch out hard steel to make wire. If we stretch the wire, we can cut it into small pieces and make them into suture needles that can be mass-produced. They're strong to begin with, so they shouldn't break. Though steel is strong, you may only be able to sew 10 sutures or so before they become dull. But with this method, we'll be able to make however many you need, so it's no problem if you have to keep replacing them. Once I figured it out, I knew this would be a big help with the dragon surgery. I mean, you may never use something made by someone like me, but I thought you might perhaps consider using them, even though you probably don't want to, so I...
Maymay, you're very close. That might be a bit too far.
Finding the right balance sure can be hard, can't it?
I see. It's thin, but very strong.
Yes, and it's quite durable.
We can make more than enough for your order with this technique. Don't you think, Doc?
Yes, I think it'll work.
These needles should be able to get through dragon scales and the gaps between them. Job well done, Maymay. You're definitely on track to open up your own workshop.
Please, no compliments. I'm sure you're just saying that. Probably because you'll want something from me later on. No, that's not true at all.
Yes, we're truly grateful to you. Thank you.
Well, anyway, you stared at this thing long enough that you got dizzy and passed out.
That's how invested she was in her work.
I have to discuss this with Dr. Cthulhu first, but I'd really like you to start mass-producing these.
Okay. That sounds fine.
But, Dr. Glenn, I just,
What is it?
I'm glad that I got to do this job. So, thank you so much.
You're very welcome. Also, from now on, make sure that you hold your head up high, so you don't run into things while walking.
What? I really have to?
Mm-hmm.
But my eyebrow, it's so weird. It's too far to the left, and it slants too much, don't you think so? It makes me feel, well, kind of insecure.
Don't worry. Eyebrow shape's unique to everyone. Your pupil and iris are just fine, too. It's not weird at all.
What? You perverted sexual harasser? How dare you use your wiles on me?
Wait, what?
I'm going to sue you!
She's got to find a better way to deal with her shyness.
Maybe that was just a little too much for her.
Well, who can really say?
And with that, we now conclude today's meeting of the Lindworm Council. Meeting adjourned.
Shall we go, Lady Draconis?
You're still trying to change my mind?
Yes, I want you to undergo the surgery. I'll keep asking, no matter what.
Like this, Doctor?
Yes, delicately. Just like that. Like you're gently pinching it. Good. Be careful, that spot's a little tricky. That's great. You've gotten a lot better.
Oh, you're too kind. It's really all thanks to your guidance, Doctor.
She's too close to him. Dr. Glenn? These examination files all seem to be out of order.
Oh, sorry. That's strange. I could have sworn I put them in there the same way I always do.
It's all right. I'll fix it. More importantly, isn't it about time for you to head over to Central Hospital?
Oh, yes, you're right. I have to stop by the workshop and the council, too.
What about your dinner?
I'm gonna be back pretty late. I'll grab food while I'm out. Just go ahead and eat without me. Okay, I'll be back later.
Have a good day.
Are you sure about this, Sappy? Look, if you act too coy and don't just say, look at me, pay attention to me, then I'm afraid that men will never catch on.
I don't mind. It's not as if staying behind is anything new for me.
Really? Whatever do you mean?
When I first left Glenn's home as a child, I thought I'd never see him again. I was basically all alone. Until the two of us reunited at the academy years later. But now, as long as I wait here, I'll always be able to see him. He'll always come home to me.
Oh, yes, I see. Well, Dr. Glenn certainly is very loved, isn't he?
Yes, so there's no room for you to butt in.
You know, I'm a little envious.
Thank you for everything you're doing, Arania. It's good to take a break now and then. Been a while since we've come here, hasn't it?
True, it's so nice to get out. But why is she here with us?
Well, we're having a girls' night out, right? Since you two know each other, I thought, why not?
I'm honored you invited me to come along, Sappy. We are at a pub, so why ever are you drinking fruit juice?
Oh, it's simply because I don't partake in alcohol.
Well, whatever. I suppose it's not as if the alcohol will taste less sweet with you here.
Yeah, since it's just us girls tonight, feel free to talk about whatever you'd like.
I almost forgot to ask you, did that connection end up being helpful?
Yes, your connection helped us acquire the ingredients that we think may actually work on dragons.
What's this now?
The anesthesia for Lady Scotty. There are absolutely no records of surgeries being done on dragons anywhere, so... Thanks to Scythia Trading Company's connections, we got a hold of a few ingredients for an anesthetic from some humans in the East. The key ingredient is...
What is it?
It's alcohol called ginjo. Apparently it's something that's just made in the East, and we understand that it has sedative properties that affect dragons.
Oh. You mean, if you use this Eastern alcohol, then it'll act as an anesthetic for Lady Scotty?
Yes, although we haven't tested it yet.
Say there, sugar. Could I get another ginjo?
Arania, I think you've had enough, don't you?
Oh, come on now, girls. Don't be that way. I'm just getting started, spoil sport. Is this the way she usually acts?
Actually, this is a bit tamer than her usual self.
Say, Miss Arania, do you remember the time when you asked me whether the love that I feel for the good doctor is actually real? Oh, yes, of course I recall that. Then that must mean you know what true love looks like, so what do you think it is? Who can say for sure? I simply adore all the give and take that comes with love and romance. But can you actually say for sure that any of it is real or fake? They say a red thread of fate binding your pinkies is supposed to be the sign of lovers. But I can connect with anyone, anytime, even though my thread isn't red. I don't care who it is, a guy or a girl. Understand? Huh? Now both of our pinkies are linked together, and that means we're BFFs. Isn't that right, Safi?
How dare you? You didn't even bother to set a trap in the hallway. That's awfully careless of you, Arania.
Safi, how did you know that
What is it with you? Where'd your accent go? And you're not even using your usual excuses either. That isn't like you one little bit. It's no big deal when you do things like hide Dr. Glenn's stethoscope or rearrange his examination records. I'm willing to overlook pranks like that. But I simply can't let you have that. Because it's something very precious that I gave Dr. Glenn.
I have been waiting for you.
It's time for you to give up, Arania.
I stole something. But y'all aren't gonna turn me in, are ya?
Well, Miss Arania didn't actually steal anything, did she, Safi?
No, she returned it immediately.
Yeah, but...
I see that your accent's come back now. Although it seems to me that you only came up with it in the first place, so you could hide your true self. Honestly, though, I think that accent suits you very well. I know we've been asking a lot of you and you're stressed, so I confess that I was aware your bad habit might make an appearance.
I suppose that you saw right through me. Yes, I must admit that I've always been this way. The closer a connection I develop with someone, the more trouble I have fighting that feeling of being compelled to take what's theirs for my very own.
But that really isn't the only issue, is it? You decided to put me through a test back at the Harpy Village by attempting to make Dr. Glenn your own. You wanted to see if I'd still be friends with you, or if I'd leave you behind like a broken thread. That's what you were doing, isn't it?
What a cowardly move.
Yes, you're correct. She is a coward. She's always just longing for someone to need her, for others to forgive her for what she's done wrong. There's no value in a connection you can make with just anyone at any time. You must know that deep down inside of you.
This might not mean much to you, but I've never doubted my friendship with Kay and Lorna. That's because I trust both of them. And they both put their trust in me as well. If you have a bond that you share with someone, you really shouldn't ever have the need to test it. It should be something that you constantly work on strengthening.
You remember what you said to me the other day, Arania? That you and I would be BFFs because of our pinkies being connected? Why not try believing it, and not just saying it?
So, the reason that you tried to steal the dragon scale was because you also wanted to test the doctor?
Yes, that's right. And I knew Safi had given it to him, which made me want to steal it even more.
What are we going to do with you?
But even if you'd successfully stolen it and we forgave you, you still wouldn't be able to bring yourself to trust us completely, now would you?
I guess I would have just assumed that you were only keeping me around until the surgery was over, 'cause y'all needed my help to get it taken care of.
Why are you like this?
I want you to be totally honest with me. You don't really get what he's about, do you? He confuses me to no end. Every day he treats me so kind and just keeps on teaching me, as if he's completely forgotten what I did to him. And even if I tease him or pull pranks, he never seems to get upset at all. He's such a lovely softie.
That's true.
But what confuses me is after all that, you still can't trust him.
Yes, well, unlike both of you, my dear, I don't trust a single living soul. How I'd love to find out just what kind of secrets Dr. Glenn has hidden in the shadows.
You just got done crying, and yet here you are scheming again. Frankly, I think we've all had enough of your sad attempt at villainy.
Oh, well, I'll be. Please excuse me then. To be frank, I haven't been myself ever since I arrived here. I just can't find a way to relax when I'm around that doctor. Yet I can't say I completely he doesn't even try to avoid me.
That'd be out of character for him.
What's with that? Does he seriously not see me as a bad girl or what? I have no idea what's going on in that head of his.
Arania, let's conduct an exam.
An exam?
Do you find yourself thinking of Dr. Glenn when you go to sleep?
Well, yes.
Does your chest get tight? Does your face ever feel warm?
Now that you mention it, yes.
Do you have the urge to tie Dr. Glenn up?
Oh my, all the time.
Oh.
What? What are you laughing about?
Oh, you're sick.
You mean my habit of taking stuff? I know that That's not what she meant.
Arania, you've stolen men away from their lovers before, and you still don't understand?
But now I'm even more confused. I'm an expert when it comes to seducing them, but I've no experience with what comes next. I've always been satisfied with just stealing them.
Well, my.
Hey, all right, that's it. What's with you two?
Look, Arania, Tasalia and I have already been through what you're experiencing now. Just listen to me. I'm going to diagnose your illness for you now. It's that you're head over heels in love with a good doctor.
You never quit. Don't you get tired of coming here every day?
Well, I still haven't achieved my goal just yet.
Yes, I suppose so. Kunai, lift me.
So, would you like me to do it?
Yes, please. Dr. Glenn, is it okay if I tell you why I'm refusing the surgery?
Yes, please.
This is Lindworm. It accepts all humans and monsters without bias. 10 long years, that's how long I took to build it.
I know. You turned it into one of the best places in the world.
As a dragon, this is exactly what I wished for. I never liked wars or violence. I descended from the heavens to stop the war and took on a dragon form to act as an arbiter between both sides. Sometimes I'd intervene in order to keep the peace. After interacting with humans for so long, I ended up in this form. If I'd gone home, I should have been able to maintain my dragon form, but I wanted to stay on the surface and live among the humans and monsters. I wanted to observe them longer. After the 100-Year War, I decided that in this former fortress I'd build a city that would never go to war. A place named after a dragon where humans and monsters could live. May the dragons protect you. That's what the name means. The city still continues to grow. Humans and monsters now recognize they need each other in order to survive. That's why this is enough for me. Fate catches up to everyone eventually.
And that's why you're refusing to have the surgery? You made a city that won't go to war, and it all went wonderfully. But then when you got sick, you just gave up, believing that it's your time to die. Is that really what you want?
Dr. Glenn.
Miss Kunai, perhaps more than anyone, is always looking out for you. Dr. Cthuli's at her wit's end, trying to figure out how to make the surgery a success. Mei and the others are working around the clock to make the tools. Lulala continues to sing at the Central Council Hall, praying that you get better. The citizens here in Lindworm are good people and good monsters. Wouldn't you like to watch this city's progress a bit longer? I'd like that for you. I'd like you to see how this charming city ends up. And that's not all. I'd like for you to keep watching over us. This simply isn't your time to go. After all, your ailment's curable. And that means that it's not your fate to die just yet. Lady Scotty, if part of you wants to keep watching over us, just say yes. Please allow us to assist you now.
It's all right? Really? For me to continue to live a bit longer?
Of course.
Although, Doctor, you really have no idea how boring it can be to live such a long life.
Oh.
So what exactly should I do with my time?
Well, let's see. Maybe you can eat new and delicious foods or sweets?
Actually, in the renovated waterways, I just heard a new sweet shop opened up. What else could I do?
Well, I guess you could get all fancied up. It might be expensive, but maybe you could buy some jewelry.
Oh yes, jewels are good. Sparkly things are nice. What else? So what else could I do? What are some of the normal things girls like to do?
Dating, I suppose?
I see. I will consider that. So, could you put me down phone now?
Oh, sure.
Okay, Dr. Glenn. I'll go through with the surgery. I'll put myself in your care.
Great. I'll take care of you.
I'm counting on you. Completely.
It's time to begin our surgery. To remove Scotty Dragonfeld's tumor. All right then, Saphentide?
The anesthesia has taken effect. Her pulse and blood pressure are stable.
That's very good. Let's start.
Right.
It's probably hard to imagine since you know her in this form, but originally, she was a fire dragon. That is, a dragon that breathes fire. What allows her to produce flames are the flammable, noxious gases inside of her. That's why fire dragons' internal organs are shielded by pyrite and vivianite, because those minerals protect the dragons from those gases. The reason that Scotty's internal organs and blood are blue is because they contain those minerals. I'm done over here, Glenn.
Almost done with the sutures to stop the bleeding.
And I'm done too.
Good. Now let's concentrate on removing the tumor itself.
Lady Cthulhi, her blood pressure and temp, they both rapidly increased.
Finally. There it is. Glenn, take a look.
Hold on, that's...
When fire dragons sense danger, their temperature rises so they're ready to breathe fire. At this point, combustion could happen at any time.
Even though she's unconscious?
It's involuntary. Like how our temperatures rise when we catch a cold. Good grief. Dragon biology is as astonishing as ever. Safi, Arania, both of you step back. The heat's too dangerous. All right, Glenn, let's get this over with now.
What? In this state? Shouldn't we try to lower her temperature first?
Don't wimp out, Doctor. If she combusts, her internal organs will immediately catch fire. This is no time to hesitate.
Dr. Cthulhi!
Glenn, sever the tumor right now, while I'm restraining her. Quickly!
Right. It's okay. I can do this. I can do this.
I'm sorry to have worried you. I also hope you'll forgive me for not using my own voice for so long due to my illness. From this point on, I'd like to focus on giving my all to my duties. I hope you will support me in this endeavor.
What a magnificent speech, Lady Draconess.
I just said hello.
But the fact that you were able to deliver your words yourself was more than enough. Though I must admit, I'm a bit sad I won't have to speak for you any longer.
Everybody seems so happy, and it's all because my surgery turned out to be a success.
Why, of course.
Earlier, Dr. Glenn told me that he wanted me to be able to see where this city is headed. I may have been looking at this world from the sidelines without realizing it. The city I created, the many people who have lived here. I hardly knew them. Where's Dr. Glenn?
He said that Lady Saphentide's been feeling under the weather, so he couldn't make it down.
Oh, then I'll go to him.
You're going to the clinic? But wait, what about the ceremony?
I just want everyone to enjoy themselves. I'm not holding back any longer. I'm going to do what makes me happy. Is that too much?
I think you should do what your heart desires, Lady Draconess.
Right. I'm going to show Dr. Glenn exactly what happens when he brings a lonely little dragon out of her shell.
How are you feeling, Safi? It's rare for you to catch a cold like this. Then again, I did push you pretty hard for Lady Scotty's surgery. I'm sorry. Maybe we should warm you up a little bit more. I know, how about some hot wine? Huh? Safi, could I take a look in your mouth, please?
No thanks.
I knew it. Something's going on in there. All right, open up for me.
But doctor, I can take care of this myself.
You seem to have forgotten you're ill. Now open up.
Doctor, please hurry up.
I will. Oh, sorry. Teeth seem fine. Stick out your tongue.
Dr. Glenn!
I think I found it. This isn't a permanent fix, but honey has antibacterial properties that'll work on canker sores. Sorry, I'm almost finished. There, all done.
Doctor, I appreciate that you do things delicately, but that treatment just took way too long. And now, my mouth's so tired.
Sorry.
Also, you were so close to me. It was embarrassing.
It's about time for my house call, so I'm gonna head out. Make sure you do nothing but rest today.
Don't take too many detours on your way back.
Right. Let's have dinner together.
Can you fix it?
I'm not sure. The wheel bearings seem to be shot.
I can't believe the wheel came off like that. Well, thankfully Lady Dragoness wasn't injured when it broke, but you need to do a better job of taking care of that carriage.
My apologies.
Hey there.
Oh, hi, Dr. Glenn.
What brings you here? Oh, my. Lady Scotty?
No, I don't have to find you. Let's go somewhere private.
Huh? Somewhere private?
I'm talking about a tryst. No, Big Brother Glenn?
Big Brother?
What?
But I have a house call to make.
Can't it wait?
I can't. I have a patient waiting for me.
Too bad.
Lady Dragoness, just what do you think you're doing? If you want to hug someone, hug me. Why are you acting so lovey-dovey with Dr. Glenn anyway?
Well, after all, he did cure me. See?
Lady Dragoness, that's so indecent.
Did that excite you, Dr. Glenn?
Well, what do you say, Dr. Glenn?
Oh, no.
Well, why not, huh?
Lady Scotty, could you please just button yourself up now?
Do it for me. Once you button me up, let's go play, Big Brother Glenn.
Please, I really need you to stop calling me Big Brother.
Please understand, Lady Dragoness. I know I said you should do as your heart desires, but I didn't mean you could get in the way of Dr. Glenn's work.
Okay.
I'm sorry, Lady Scotty. Another time.
Let's go home and rest for a while. Although, with this carriage broken, we will have to wait here until another one arrives.
Hi, Doctor. Is something wrong?
Huh? Oh, hey, Maymay. Well, as you can see...
Do you have a moment? I might be able to fix this with the tools I have. All right? What? Really?
So she's the one who made the suture needles that were used in Lady Dragoness's surgery?
Yes, she worked very hard to make them.
All right, it's fixed. We're good to go.
So your carriage should be all set now. My father makes them, so I think my skills ought to be pretty good.
Thank you. You sure helped.
Oh, it was nothing. Oh, my.
So you saved me again.
What? I did?
If it weren't for all of your efforts, I might not even be standing here right now. Thank you.
Oh, it was nothing. I mean, if I could fix this carriage and make those needles, then anyone could have done it. In the end, I really didn't do anything at all. I really didn't. Doctor, what kind of service would you call this? How much am I going to be billed later?
I'm pretty sure you won't be.
Kunai, give Dr. Glenn and Maymay the item.
Right.
You want to give us an item?
Something I received at the ceremony. A token of my thanks. Please accept it. See you later, Big Brother!
Give Lady Saphentide our regards!
With that wheel fixed, this carriage is so light.
It's no wonder the carriage broke down if these two giant barrels were riding in it.
What should we do with all this wine?
Oh, I'll go ahead and take it. I can't drink it myself, but I'm sure the boss and everyone at the workshop will love it.
And I'm willing to bet that Safi will enjoy the wine as well. but it's not like I can just roll it back home. My house call. I should get going. May, sorry, but could you watch these barrels?
Huh? Me? But
I'll be back as soon as I'm done.
Wait! Doctor! Huh? May? Huh? Whoa, big barrels. You gonna drink all that? No, these are, it would take a long time to explain this. Oh, well in that case, never mind. See ya!
Oh, for crying out loud, Arania, what are you doing here?
What's the harm in me looking after you when you're sick, right? The doctor's not here either. All right, now I'm all done.
I really could have dressed myself, you know. I'm feeling much better now anyway.
Just let me help out, would ya? And besides, if you stayed in bed longer, well then, I'd have more opportunities to tease the doctor.
Arania, stop.
You're scary. My goodness, you take me so seriously these days.
Look who's talking.
Mm-hmm.
I just mean that you've become so devoted.
The doctor's gonna be back in time for dinner, isn't that right? I bought us some fixins so later on we can prepare it together.
Sounds good. I can't just stay in bed forever.
All right then, up we go. Is that the last one?
It is. Thanks for unblocking the river. I didn't know what we were going to do when that boulder fell.
Thank you so much.
Anytime. This stuff's no big deal at all.
Lady Goddess, please share our village's harvest as a token of thanks.
Wait a second, food? Oh, that's right, I forgot. I found a lot of these in the mountains, so I brought them with me as a little gift for you villagers.
Isn't that a bit too much?
Huh?
Why is this happening to me? I'm so shy, I just want to disappear into nothingness. Nothing to nothing.
Sorry I'm late.
You have some nerve leaving me with these, Doctor. You're probably in a great mood after being praised for your hard work and being gifted expensive sweets or something.
I'm not quite sure what you mean, but I'm sorry. Anyway, don't worry. I found someone to transport the barrels.
But that isn't really the issue here. What?
All right, you summoned me, good doctor, so here I am.
Miss Desalia, and Miss Kay, and Miss Lorna.
Wait, how come there's another barrel now?
Oh, you see, on the way here, we received it as a gift from one of the arena's regulars.
Are wine barrels like a big thing in Lindworm right now?
Well, we received meat and vegetables along with it, of course.
Seriously? That isn't what I was asking at all!
All right, Lorna, we're leaving now. Make sure you take good care of Miss May.
Of course. I'll head on over to the clinic shortly.
May, thanks for everything.
Oh, but I didn't really do anything, Doctor. Ah!
Make sure that you hold on tight back there.
Wait, you're going too fast! I'm gonna get vertigo again!
Lorna really is working very hard.
May looks like she's having fun.
Well, I'm not entirely sure that fun is the word I'd use.
I have to say, you truly are amazing, Doctor.
What do you mean?
No one else would have the gall to ask Our Lady to personally transport something for them.
Oh, I'm sorry. To be honest, Miss Desalia was just the first person that I thought of.
You don't need to worry about all that. I'm quite honored that you can depend on me, good doctor. And I don't have any matches today anyway.
Thank you so much.
Besides, you are future family, good doctor. It's only right that we help each other.
What now?
We really should discuss your engagement.
An excellent point. We ought to decide on a date at once. Let's see. Father should be back from his caravan by next week, so...
Miss Desalia, I appreciate your feelings about all this, but I'm just not that interested in getting engaged right now.
Doctor, you really don't have to worry about Safi, you know.
Huh?
She and I know that we're rivals, but we've sworn to fight each other fair and square. We're embroiled in a battle to the death to determine who can truly win your heart with no holding back.
You really are a lucky man, Doctor.
Ah, Doctor! It's so good to see you!
Miss Cirsa, and family.
He told me that he wouldn't take any detours.
He only went out to make one house call, though, right?
I sure hope that he hasn't been dragged into some kind of trouble again.
Well, you know, if you worry too much, that's kind of like pestering the doctor. I say you ought to do what I do, Sugar. Let him run around a little bit and just set up a web trap in his room.
How would that be letting him run around? Well, anyway, beyond all that, I just hope that no one's out there hitting on him.
You're gonna give yourself a fever worrying so much, child. Although I must say Dr. Glenn is quite popular.
You came to see me.
Yes, Lulala. I came all the way down here because I wanted to examine your gills, nictitating membranes, and webbing.
Oh, Doctor.
Lulala.
It could be something like that, or...
Oh, well done, Glenn. You've earned a perfect score. You really are my very best student.
Or something like that. You see, that isn't too hard to imagine.
That won't happen.
It might. Just look at Dr. Glenn and how he treats other girls behind your back.
You do remember when Tessalia ruined your attempt at being a villain the other day, don't you?
Oh, come on now. I'm only teasing.
Illy! What is all this?
Food from my village in the mountains. The lady goddess and everybody else in my village wanted Dr. Glenn to have this food.
But we're never gonna be able to eat all of this.
So hey, is the doc out or what?
He's doing a house call now.
Aw, that's no fun.
I'm back, Safi. Sorry it took so long.
Doctor!
I've been waiting for you. Doctor!
There we go. See, everyone's here.
We found you.
It's good to have you home, Doctor. You took quite a while, though. Did something happen?
Nothing major. But more importantly, how are you feeling?
I'm doing much better, and it's all thanks to the intimate treatment that you gave me earlier.
Oh, that's good to hear.
The doctor! May I come in?
Oh, I'll be right there.
Oh, what in the world is all this?
Well, some things happened, and everyone that I ran into on the way home just kept on giving me food. That's how I ended up with all this.
Oh my, yes, I see.
Just what's going on here anyway?
Lady Scotty, didn't you return to the council for the day?
Mm-mm. I came here to see you, Big Brother. Here's a gift. Dragon dumplings.
Big Brother.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. And they're Lindworm's famous dragon dumplings.
Hey, Doc!
Boss, and Maymay and...
Maymay filled us in. We thought it would be more fun for us to drink with everyone else here. The more the merrier, right?
Well, as long as it's not any trouble.
No, it's no trouble at all.
What are we gonna do now? This is way too much food and alcohol.
Well, you heard what the boss said. There's just one solution.
Maymay's my very best apprentice. Come on now, drink up. You're not really, boss.
Huh? Yum. Yeah.
Huh?
Honestly, it's just so much work falling for someone that popular. Now I understand how terribly you suffer, Sappy.
If that's the case, then why don't you just back off?
No, absolutely not. Because my crush is just getting started, Sunshine.
And it appears that we have yet another worthy opponent who's now entered the arena.
No way. And who would that be?
Thank you so much for everything, Lady Scotty. Not only did you provide us with wine, you even got us some food, too.
That wasn't my doing. Kunai and my other subordinates just made a few calls. Everyone worked so hard for me. Dr. Glenn, ever since I had the surgery, the world appears a little different to me. I descended to the surface and also took on a human form. But still, I hadn't actually touched the ground or truly interacted with others till now. If you hadn't convinced me to change my mind, then I'd have returned to heaven without growing closer to anyone. Big Brother, thank you.
You know, I would really prefer it if you called me something other than Big Brother. I mean, after all, you're clearly older than I am, Lady Scotty.
Sure, you may say that, Doctor, and yet I can still see that smirk on your face.
Sappy!
First it was, good doctor, but that wasn't enough, huh? Now it's Big Brother? You two are
getting a bit close. Aren't you, Glenn Litbite?
Well, I guess. I don't really know what to say.
You know, I was feeling sick, and you took so long to get home. And when you did, you brought everyone with you. Can we just have some alone time for once?
Sappy, could you please just calm down?
All right. To prove that my canker sore is better, let me lick your cheek just a little bit.
But why?
What are you talking about, Sappy? This doesn't make any sense at all. It makes perfect sense. Oh, please, Doctor. A little? Just the tip, okay?
Well, now that that's settled, I'll be taking Big Brother Glenn.
Huh? Wait, what exactly has been settled here? Even if you are Lady Draconis, I can't let you.
I'm coming too.
Doctor! Doctor! Waterways in Lindworm. And there you will find a young human doctor who specializes in treating monsters. And his name is Glenn Litbite. This tale about the adventures of that young doctor and his friends has only just begun.